Today we'll be delving into the world of Rolex to review the Rolex Submariner 126610 LV, featuring the new Mark II bezel. Now before we get into the nitty-gritty, here's a bit of background on the green bezel sub. The Rolex sub with a green bezel has an iconic history. Introduced in 2003 as the 50th anniversary reference 16610 LV, it quickly earned the nickname Kermit among enthusiasts. Fast forward to 2020, the 126610 LV Mark I was introduced, widely known as the Starbucks or the Cermit, which is ceramic Kermit. Now we have the updated Mark II with a new and improved green shade on the bezel. So let's take a closer look. The first thing you notice when you pick up this sub is its case design and the immaculate stainless steel finish of either polished on the sides of the case and the sides of the clasp, or brushed. The brushed steel not only gives that understated elegance, but also disguises those inevitable daily wear marks. Moving on to the clasp, Rolex's patented glide lock technology is nothing short of genius. It allows you to adjust the bracelet length in 2mm increments, providing a perfect fit whether you're wearing it over a wetsuit or with a dress shirt. It's all about practicality and comfort with this model. Now let's talk about that green bezel. It's Rolex's signature Cerachrome ceramic bezel insert, and the colour is simply stunning. It's vibrant, yet somehow restrained, offering a refreshing change from the classic black sub bezels. The refined steel case combined with this green bezel, I think really elevates the overall design to a new level. Now take a closer look at the dial and you'll see that it's both symmetrical and complementary. The Maxi style hour markers and hands offer excellent legibility, and that magnified cyclops is a widely loved feature to bring out the date. It's a design that strikes a perfect balance between function and aesthetics, and it's a design that we've all come to know and love. When it comes to craftsmanship, Rolex is truly second to none. The lume on the hour markers and hands is as bright and long-lasting as you'd expect from a Rolex, and the attention to detail is extraordinary. So now looking at the heart of this watch. This sub is powered by Rolex's in-house caliber 3235. It's a marvel of modern watchmaking, and we don't hear too much on it because mostly we just see the watches and the models for what they are. But it boasts a precision of -2 to +2 seconds per day, and it has a power reserve of 70 hours, meaning you can take it off the weekend and pick it up on Monday morning without missing a beat. It's a reliable workhorse that's ready for anything, and essentially is what you'd expect to accompany this sort of tool watch that Rolex offers. In conclusion, the Rolex Submariner 126610 Mark II is certainly one of my favourite Rolex models, and you all know that I'm quite a Panerai fan, and it doesn't actually pain me to say it. It successfully combines Rolex's legendary heritage with modern design and technology. With that said, if you're looking for a timeless watch that's both a status symbol and a reliable tool, the Rolex Submariner is certainly a strong contender. It's the kind of watch that can make a statement without saying a word, and is a step above the classic black sub with that green bezel. Thanks for joining me on this review. If you enjoyed this video,
What up, what up, what up? How's everyone doing? Hope you enjoyed a little watch videos as we wait for some people to enter the show, the stream, if you will. Hope everyone is doing well. We are, I don't know, I expected more snow by now. I woke up around 2 in the morning. There was snow was originally supposed to start late yesterday afternoon. Then they said 10 o'clock. Then they said midnight. And I woke up around 2 in the morning to go to the bathroom because I'm old. And that's what happens when you're old. You wake up in the middle of the night and have to pee. So I did. But there was no snow at 2. And now there's 3 or 4 inches out there. Now they're saying it is supposed to snow throughout the day into tomorrow afternoon. And we might have a total accumulation of 10 to 14 inches, but I have not seen it yet. Have not seen it yet. Watch Mr. G says you should be shoveling, not streaming. But there's not, shoveling at this point. If I'm getting if it's going to dump, another 4 inches by this afternoon, I might as well wait till this afternoon. I did take a big, a little taller of a car home yesterday because of the threat of the snow. So I took a lovely car off the used car line, a Wrangler Sahara 4XE. And I like to drive those. Those are fun cars, and they're good in the snow. They have a lockout 4-wheel drive and all the stuff you need to get through. But I don't know. It's a real fine snow that's coming out there right now. We'll see. I really don't know what to expect. But yes, Mr. G, there will be shoveling in my future. Hope you are well, sir. And can't wait for warmer weather and make a trip out to Philadelphia. I was telling people the other day that I kind of want to get back over there and check out some of the watch stores. I want to check out that 1916 store as well. Did have a nice visit at the 1916 kind of warehousey thing, but we'll see. We'll see what's going on. How's everybody out there? Are you guys getting any snow, all 4 of you? Anyone in the Snowmageddon path? The link is pinned at the top for anybody who wants to join. We're hoping to have George Varhees on here later. He said he would love to come on and make some football picks, talk some NFL. I will say I am highly, highly disappointed. It appears the Steelers have chosen to go with Mike McCarthy as their next head coach. So in my lifetime, the Steelers have had 3 coaches: Chuck Noll, Bill Cowher, and Mike Tomlin. They were all young defensive coordinators that lasted anywhere from 15 to 23 years. 24 years. 24 years and Noll was the coach. 6 Super Bowls between them. But I think Mike McCarthy keeps us on that agonizing treadmill of, I think they're going to try and bring Aaron Rodgers back, reunite him with Mike McCarthy, see if they can't get another year out of him, win another 8, 9, 10 games, draft in a middling territory, probably be good enough to make the playoffs, and then ousted in the first round, because that seems to be what we do. It's just our thing. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why that would be a thing, But what does one do? It's horrible, I say. A horrible existence. I mean, it's not horrible. We could be the Jets, where you're just really never any good, Heck, that quarterback from Oregon went back to Oregon. Some speculating so he did not have to be drafted by said New York Jets. How horrible is that? But this just looks like another whiter Mike Tomlin. I mean, this just seems like a middling hire. I don't understand. I don't understand the Rooneys. When they said, "Oh, why waste the season? We think we can contend now." Can you? I don't know. I don't think you can. You have no quarterback. You have no answer at quarterback right now. And you need it's the number one position. You have an old, overpaid defense. You have a middling offense. You're going to bring back, if you bring back Aaron Rodgers, he's 42 years old. He didn't play horribly last year. He played better than I thought he would, but he's 42. He doesn't like to get hit. I don't blame him at that age. That's just the way it is. But fuck. Why? We'll talk about that more when Mr. V comes on so he can laugh at my Stillers. His 49ers got bounced last week, but geez, they went a lot further than I thought they would with all the injuries they had. So kudos to the Niners for getting that accomplished. On the screen, we have not today's breakfast. I made this the other day. This is a Vietnamese delicacy, a bonnet. It's basically spiced up steak, chopped up, fried eggs, cilantro, fried onions, and tomatoes. It's delicious. Nothing on that plate does not look delicious. So there you have it. Breakfast. Getting up a little earlier impedes my breakfast time. The Lucha likes to sleep. What can I say? Anything happening out there in the world? Anybody want to hit something in the chat? Let me know you're alive. Let me know someone's listening aside from the esteemed Mr. G, one of my favorite people in the world. Just a good man. Uh-oh. Up early on the West Coast.
Only Lucha, only for you.
How are you, sir?
It's been a minute. How's things?
Things are good, man.
Glad to see you back up and at it.
I appreciate it. You were one of the many who said, "Come back, Lucha."
Yeah, it's time.
It's
time. Well, I got some stuff for Christmas from
rocking the Rams.
Well, it's kind of heresy, but my son is a huge Rams fan, so he got me this and some Rams jerseys, and then I think I have an Aaron Donald jersey. Hold on, I should put that on. I'll be right back. Hold on.
Okay, Aaron Donald, formerly of the Pittsburgh Panthers.
I thought you might like that.
Yeah.
So just give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
All right. While George is doing that, I will show you what I'm rocking on the wrist today. I am rocking the Omega Seamaster Aquaterra in the lovely lacquered turquoise female dial, 41 millimeter. Beautiful watch. I like this watch a lot. It's really comfortable watch to wear. I don't think it matters what size you get. It's a comfy watch. But while I'm doing the Instagram picture here, I will point out, although the smaller version, the 38, was at the Golden Globes, I believe. But there was a watch spotting thing, so I took a picture of it on the old Instagram, and there's there you go.
There you go.
George
so I got
Clooney.
A whole bunch. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of Niner paraphernalia.
Nice.
What can you do? I shouldn't even say. I'm sorry. I said Niner. I meant to say Rams. Doesn't come out easy at 5 It was 6 o'clock in the morning.
It's early in the morning out there. I thought you were coming on later.
Well, this is Seahawk country over here. So yesterday I was out shopping with the missus, and I had all my son had his Ram stuff on, and I had my Ram stuff on. So it was kind of got some glaring eyes.
Perfect. Hey, you got to represent.
Well, let's see. I don't know. What do you think? I think the winner of the NFC probably is going to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Reminds me a lot of the 2013 year when the Seahawks beat my Niners that year and then won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it has that kind of feel to it. You got Denver without their quarterback, without Bo Nix. You got the Patriots with a pretty young quarterback, and maybe went a little further this year. I think I think they went a lot further this year than anyone expected. But Vrabel's a good coach, so he's getting the most out of the boys. But we'll see what happens there. What do you think of George Clooney rocking my watch at the Golden Globe?
I saw that on my Instagram feed, and I thought maybe I was going to send it to you, but I already figured you probably had it.
Lots of people said that to me. Now he's wearing the 38, but yeah.
Now correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought he was leaving the United States permanently.
I know. I thought he was one of them as well.
Yeah.
Maybe
losers.
Yeah, maybe he came back on a visa.
Yeah.
Lots of chaos going on in the country right now. What are you gonna do?
What do you do?
I can't do anything about it. I'm not a big. I'm a very much a fiscal conservative, much more of a centrist than even a lot of my friends who like to go either side to the extremes. I think you get more done in the middle.
But the problem is there's not many people in the middle.
There's nobody left anymore. I feel lonely in the middle.
That's right. It's like being lukewarm,
Yeah. We'll start the lucha party.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways.
And our first nominee will be Brian the Pipe.
Oh, El Pipe. He's got to be waking up now and probably on his third pipe.
I think he starts the morning with coffee, and coffee, bread, and cigarettes, if I remember correctly.
Actually, probably. Yeah. And I think that happens, and I think that occurs throughout the day too, Lucha.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Oh well. Anyway, so how have you been? Everything's been good?
Yeah.
Work is good?
Yeah, I mean, December stunk. I mean, it wasn't the greatest month, but January's been a good month. But we're worried that we're going to lose this between the snow and the fact that it's supposed to be really cold all week. We're curious how it's going to be. Like Thursday, the other sales manager is off on Thursday, and we were crazy busy. From the moment I got there Thursday, we were just boom, 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 selling cars, running around. And then Friday was okay. Saturday, everyone's prepping for the storm. I have. I'm going to make a Guinness stew today, George.
Oh, nice.
Good.
It's tradition at our house on Championship Sunday. I get my. I don't think I'll get my liver and onions, but at least I'll get some hot wings and some chili.
Okay.
So
cool.
I can deal with that,
But I was going to
ask you something. So, anyways, as you know, last year I bought a Land Cruiser. Okay.
Yes.
So I was talking to my accountant, and he's like, "Oh, you get full depreciation of that vehicle."
All right.
I said, "That's great." And I asked him a simple question. I go, "So what happens if I buy another vehicle and still use it for my business, just alternate?" And he goes, "Well, you can still fully depreciate it." So I said, "Okay, well, that's great news." So I'm thinking about maybe buying a new car.
Okay.
So I go down, and I'm going to be looking at a Jeep because you know how much I love my Grand Cherokee.
Love your Grand Cherokee, yeah.
Do you know what the GWR is on roughly on the Grand Cherokees? Are they over? It has to be, I think, like 6,000 pounds. I think.
I can look it up. Hold on.
Mm-hmm. Just curious.
Yeah. Now the 26s are just coming on the lot. They changed the grill and a couple little interior things on them. You need the GVWR, gross vehicle weight rating. I'm showing 6,050 pounds. George, you there? Did you freeze? Did I freeze? George froze. Hey guys in the chat, did George freeze or I freeze or both of us freeze? Does anyone know? Can someone give a heads up? I think maybe George froze. I seem to be moving, but I don't know. I've got, huge snow falling. Maybe it fell on the line. Oh, we lost George. Okay, we may have lost George. We'll see if he comes back here. But I am showing a gross vehicle rating of 6,050 pounds, which would meet your 6,000 threshold per your accountant. On the screen, we have George Clooney rocking the Omega Seamaster Aquaterra in turquoise. The Lucha watch. I really like that watch. I cannot stress how much I enjoy the heck out of that watch. Yeah, I seem to be on. I just checked on a different screen. So hopefully George comes back. I don't know what the weather is out in Washington. But Clooney, I guess, still an Omega ambassador. Looking a little older. But what a watch. What a great watch. I can't stress to you guys enough how comfy this thing is to wear. How much I like the new bracelet. And again, that comfort setting's a little weird where it leaves that little gap when you take it off. But it is nice to have it. I've had many Aquaterras over the years. And that was the one complaint was it's not a watch that you want to wear loosey goosey, if you will. You want it to be pretty solid on there, and to not have any way to extend the bracelet in the heat, especially doing what I do where I'm constantly running in and out of the dealership. But as you can see on my 7.5-inch wrist, it fits very well. It's a good looker. It is a looker. It gets a lot of attention. As much as people love to see the Rolex when I'm out, and people who know what it is, they always look at it. A few of them comment on it. Sometimes you get the "is that real?" comment. It's the one thing with Rolex. No one ever asks you if your Omega is real, but they do check it out. Nobody really asks about the watch, but you can see their eyes go to it because it's a big shiny turquoise watch with a Fume dial. The lacquer dial is great. The depth is amazing on the watch itself, on the watch. And
let's try this again. I can't.
You froze up there, George.
And it's not even anything like what your guys are going through.
So 6,050, if you didn't hear me, is.
Oh, okay. I think that should work.
Yeah, if it's 6,000 threshold, that should work.
Yeah, good. So yeah, I'm thinking about getting another one just because my son's off to dental school in the fall, so he's going to take my wife's car.
Okay.
My wife wants one, so I'm like, well, if I'm going to buy one, I might as well just get one that I can, depreciate.
The 26s are just starting to come in now. Most of them are the 6-cylinder or 4-cylinder twin turbo, whatever it is.
Right.
the 25s that are left on the lot. There's deals on those, and they're going to have the older engine. Just depends on which I would. If they have both, I would just test drive both, or have her test drive both, just see what she's comfortable in.
Right.
There's people that jump in that 26 and they're like, I love it. There's people that jump in it and go, I miss the old one. It just,
what's the difference? What's the difference?
It's a 4 versus 6 cylinder. It's a twin turbo 4 cylinder versus a 6. And it's a lot of it is that initial feel that you get with the gas pedal, you know.
So Mark, let me ask you something. So what is the difference between, hold on one second, let me pull it up. I was looking at it yesterday, so just give me 1 second here. Let me pull it up. Okay, so I used to have an altitude, so I kind of know what that is. Okay.
Yeah.
So
your old altitude would kind of be what they call, well, in a 25 it would be an altitude X. I just started getting some 26s in, so I haven't paid too much attention to the packages on those yet, because they changed some of the names and some of the equipment that goes into the different ones. But
okay,
which one do you?
So my question is what's the difference between that one and what's the let me see here. There's one that I was looking at that was a little bit more pricey, but I can't seem to find it now. Hold on.
Is it like an Overland or?
Yeah, is that like the high end?
Overlands get into the high end Jeeps, yeah.
Okay, what's the difference there? What's in it?
It's gonna have heated and cooled seats. It's gonna some of them will have massaging seats.
Mm-hmm.
They'll have the black roof, the little bit of an upgrade on the wheels and tires, that type of stuff. You know, it's creature comforts.
Oh, okay. So I was looking at the specifically the limited 4x4.
Okay. Yeah.
And
probably
and I'm just going to read off what was quoted me. Okay.
All right.
So they have, its MSRP is 58,355.
Okay.
Okay. And they have a discount. And then they have the 2025 national retail bonus cash. I don't know what that means.
It's another rebate.
Okay. Then they have some Stellantis loyalty bonus and all this other stuff. You know, so the whole price came down to roughly about 47.5.
Mm-hmm.
Is that pretty fair?
Yeah. Now you may not get the loyalty because do you have another Chrysler in the product in the?
No, probably no. But I have owned one, so I'm going to ask for it. You know, but I don't think they'll give it.
The loyalty is generally you had to have had that car within the last 12 months and have an owner's card. Because that doesn't come from the dealer, that comes from Stellantis.
Right.
We have to upload a copy of your registration or that has that car on it still.
Right.
From within the last 12 months. That's generally the way that works.
Yeah. So I was thinking about it because, like I said, I kind of like having that whole depreciation coming off of my business because it helps quite a lot, huge amount.
Absolutely, it does.
Yeah. So anyway, so I'm thinking about a Jeep and thinking about going back to getting another Grand Cherokee because I had such a good experience with the one that I had. So
I love Grand Cherokees. I mean, when I got in the car business was at the time that the Jeep Grand Cherokee was originally released because I'm old, George. I'm just an old guy, but that was in 1992.
Mm-hmm.
The spring of 92, the original Grand Cherokee came out badged as a 93. Mm-hmm. And so I've just kind of moved along with the model as it's gone. And I love the way they ride. I like the way they look.
Well, I know the Wagoneer would qualify, but that's a little too much.
It's a big car.
Big car. So
Wagoneer, which is now being badged as a Jeep this year. They changed the package. They did try to as its own line.
I was gonna one more thing. Hold on 1 second. Let me shoot this for you. I want to see what you thought of this. What is the Gladiator?
Gladiator is a
Oh, it's like a truck, right?
Yeah,
Like
it's a
truck.
Wrangler pickup truck, basically.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering what that was.
Not
And
our best seller, but the people who own them love them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice. I'm just shocked. I was looking at the Wranglers and I was like, the Rubicon and all that. I'm like shocked how much it costs.
Oh my God.
I never knew it'd be like mid-60s, you know?
Yeah. So like a Rubicon, barely anybody ever needs one. They buy it because they think it looks cool and it's gonna be, it's the most expensive one. It must be the best. It's the most rock climbing one. It's really designed. It's truly designed to be beaten off road. And then people buy them, and then they're like, "Well, it doesn't. It's noisy. It doesn't rack." Well, no, you bought the truckiest one we have. I thought it was the best. I mean, if you're driving around town, I always recommend a Sahara because you get a lot smoother ride and such. But it is
anything in the Dodge family that would
the Durangos.
You think those are over 5 or what is it, 6,000?
I would imagine because those also because they're similar size to it, like a Grand Cherokee, and you get the third row seating, unlike the regular Grand Cherokee, and you can get the RT Hemis. You can get a Hemi engine. Still,
well, I'm not sure she needs all that, but
she needs Hemi. Everyone needs a Hemi, George.
Oh yeah.
But
so anyway, so you've had a good holidays and everything, and everything was calm.
Yeah, Durango is actually showing 7,100.
Oh, okay, that's good. Yeah. Might have to look into it.
Yeah, very similar. Very, the exterior is a lot different, but very similar on the inside. Yeah, my holidays were great. I made it. We had my brothers over, and we normally do. Somehow we settled into this shrimp scampi pasta that they like for Christmas Eve. And Christmas, I always make a standing rib roast.
Oh yeah.
So I had the butcher cut the bones and tie them off. So I cooked it on the on the bone, on the bones. Morning watch on wood. Good to see you.
Hey, good morning.
And then we had so we kind of did it a little bit simple like that, but they didn't take nearly as many leftovers home with them as they normally do. They're kind of running out. I don't know what was going on, but they wanted to go somewhere later Christmas Day, so they took off, and I was eating prime rib, for the next 5 days.
That would be heaven. That would be heaven.
I'm in.
That would be heaven.
So good, so good. And my brother, every year he updates my subscription, although I rarely see the magazine, but he always gets me Watch Time, the magazine.
Oh yeah. That's a good brother.
Yeah, that's a good gift,
Yeah, that's awesome gift.
So that's always cool. Hello, Tan. How are you, sir?
Hey, good morning, Tan.
This is other Tan, not.
I know.
Yep. Yeah, we like Tan. He's good. We like both Tans, but
both Tans, exactly.
Good to see you, sir. He's another one. These two were other ones that were reaching out on the Instagram and stuff, saying, "Come back. When are you coming back?
Yeah, it's time to come back. Time to come back, Mark. Time to come back."
Yeah, but we had that, and then I made a giant pork roast and sauerkraut for New Year's Day.
Oh, nice.
And so that was nice. I basically got to eat that for a week for lunch after New Year's dinner.
Nice. Yeah.
That's one of my favorites. I love anything like that where you're roasting it in the oven and the house just smells so good. And
oh yeah.
That's always good stuff. And then we had basically as you get older and the family gets smaller and people, unfortunately die off and stuff, it becomes more about just, us getting together and having a meal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. That's more important than the meal itself,
Yeah. sitting around BSing, having a good time.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I got mom a new real fancy kind of coat rack thing
Oh,
for,
good.
for in the living room, with one of those ones with like the shelves and the drawers, and so because she's always I walk in the dining room, there's like 3 coats and 2 purses in there,
Oh
and
yeah, yeah.
now she has a place. It's really cool. It has a place for her to put all the stuff. So,
Right. Good.
and then she's not losing it because she's like, "Where's my purse?" It's on. I'm always like, "It's on the chair in the dining room." Oh. So she has a place to put all her stuff when she comes in. She's still getting around pretty good, so that's good. Um, she goes out a few days a week with some of her friends, and that's good. She's remaining social and cognitive. We like that. Keep mom around for a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's been pretty cool. And then the weather, I mean, it's been a cold winter, but we've had a couple snows of like 3, 4, 5 inches maybe, but nothing major. And then it would warm up right away and all year. This one, like you said, it was about 4 when I started the show. It started later than they said. And but they're saying it's supposed to snow through tomorrow afternoon and end up in. I've seen estimates from 8 to 12 to 10 to 14. I don't know.
Yep. That's
I
awesome.
have some shoveling this afternoon.
Oh yeah. Looks like it. Sounds like it.
Yeah. What's on the wrist, George?
Well, right now it's too early in the morning. I
haven't put too early.
Yet, so I've got to go. I got a few. I just came back from a wedding of my niece out in New Orleans, which was a blast.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Blast.
New Orleans.
Fortunately, it was last week, so it was awesome. It was like
a
5-day event, and it was
sweet.
Her parents, or my sister-in-law and her husband rented this old mansion for the family. So myself and my family, and then he has a sister and her family, and his and her family were all there under one roof, and it was a huge old colonial mansion. And
one of those old like plantation homes.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
very much so.
Beautiful.
With a pool and everything, and just a wonderful wedding. And then they do it upright at the South. It was 300 people.
Oh wow!
And from all parts of the U.S. and my my niece's fiance has family from like England, so they came, and it was just great meeting people. And then a huge get together last Saturday, and just traditional. The coolest thing was they my sister-in-law and her husband blocked out the police department there, and you line up everybody, and it's tradition that the husband and the wife have like a little umbrella, and they go marching down the street for like a mile, and the police uh, stop the traffic, and everybody's waving flags, and it's just a great time.
It sounds like it. Yeah, New Orleans is a blast anyways.
But God, yeah.
And those homes are beautiful. The last time I was there, it's been a while, but they were still restoring. They'd started getting into that where they're people were buying them, restoring them, and making them a little renting them, to rent them out and stuff. And
it's New Orleans is just a blast, and it was like realistically my first time I've really spent some time down there, and had a great time. Went down to the French Quarter, toured a lot of places, ate everything that you could possibly fill yourself up with. It's very interesting. Any cool watches as well.
Yeah,
I took my RM and my 5326. So I took those two. Everybody else was wearing typical like Patek or Rolex or Vacheron. I saw a couple of Hublots.
Oh yeah.
So a few people wearing Hublots, which were really cool.
Yeah.
I think it's the gold King Unico or something.
Okay.
And then met a couple of really big time watch nerds, and we connected. So and now we're sending pics to each other, and so it's kind of cool. It was just a great weather. It was mid to high 60s.
Oh yeah.
Perfect weather. The reception had I've never seen that much food in my life. I mean, the appetizers literally filled you up, but there was beef, chicken, catfish, you name it. They had it, a big spread of appetizers with cheeses and everything else. If you went home hungry, it was your own fault.
Yeah, your own damn fault.
And they had a great DJ, cigar bar.
Oh, cool.
Four fully stocked bars, open bar, drink as much as you want, just a blast. And pretty sure they spent a pretty good fortune on it.
Oh yeah, I would imagine.
But it was a great time. And
yeah, that's New Orleans is was it humid? Because when I was there,
no, it was perfect. It was perfect.
Yeah. When I was there for the Super Bowl, it was in the 60s, but it was still humid.
This was really nice. It was perfect weather, literally shorts weather.
Perfect.
And there's nothing like an Indian wedding party. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
It's 4 days of drinking and partying and celebration and eating,
So good friend of mine from the car business. He married an Indian girl, and Shalini was her name. Beautiful. And they did a dual ceremony where they had an Indian, I guess a Hindu ceremony.
Yeah.
And then we had a break, and then they had all these Indian appetizers,
all
that kind of stuff. So that was cool. And then they did a Christian ceremony for his side.
Yep.
And but what a good time. And
they
had to have two different sets of. They had the two different sets of clothes.
Oh yeah.
Ceremonies and stuff, and but the Hindu ceremony was interesting, where they tied like a sash around each other's wrists.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
fire, and it was all. It was interesting to see because I had never experienced it.
It's similar to ours because my niece's husband is a Sikh, which is like a branch of Hinduism. But so they did their wedding first, and myself and my son and everybody else had to have a specific type of outfit where we had to have the turban and everything. So it was really cool. So his parents was also staying at the house, and they hired a professional person to do it because we don't know how to do it.
Yeah,
they did a great job, and and it was a big old party afterwards.
Nice.
And then the next day was the Catholic wedding, and that was a big party. And then they had the DJ was just banging at the reception. It was funny because went from started at 5 p.m. all the way up until 11 p.m. And then afterwards they were like, oh, let's go to the French Quarter and finish off the rest of the evening. So my son's like, Dad, let's go. And my wife is looking at me like, you better not go. And if you do, I'm going to kill you. And of course, what do I say? Let's go.
Let's go. We're here for. Let's go.
So we're out there at 2 in the morning. and it's so funny because my son forgot. I always tell him, you got to take your wallet with you. Take your wallet. Oh no, we'll just come home, because they had arranged a private bus to pick us up, drop us off.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, okay, no issues. Then I get it. Okay, so then we're going to this nightclub in Louisiana, and I walk in. Of course, I'm wearing my suit and tie, and my son's wearing his suit, and all of our entourage, right? And my son doesn't have an ID card, and I go, I got this covered, so don't worry about it. I said, I give him my card, my ID, and I'm like, he forgot his. He's with me. Here's $50.
Yeah, there you go.
And I promise you, he's over 21, and he's like, oh, cool, go on, have a good time. It was we were up until 2:30 in the morning, and then by the time we got back to the house, it was 3 o'clock. And
oh, nice.
Of course, the flight was at 8 in the morning, and
of course.
There's nothing like taking an Uber in Louisiana. get some of the craziest stories.
That's nuts. That sounds like it's such a good time. It's such a fun place.
Oh God, it is exactly as advertised. You got to make a trip to Louisiana, the French Quarter, and the people are awesome, friendly, and it's hey Johnson, good morning.
Johnson, EDC, good morning, sir. Always good to see Johnson.
Oh, I was able to have a little lunch with Johnson and his family during the holidays.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, very nice family. Very nice.
I can imagine that from what I've seen. I mean, he's another one. Yeah, one of the reasons that we started doing the show again, not to get like huge numbers of people or stuff, but there's 10, 20 people that I really just enjoy talking to and stuff, and Instagramming with and such. Johnson being one of them. But there's some people that I just enjoy their company on a Sunday morning. So what the heck?
Oh, there was a speaking of cool watches.
Yes,
there was a Jacob and Co. One of the groom's uncles he was a surgeon, and he was wearing a Jacob and Co. Godfather.
Let me look that up.
He was from Surrey, England.
Okay.
The home of Phil Collins. That's what he introduced himself. You may not know where Surrey, England is, but have you heard of Phil Collins? And I go,
yes, yeah. I have heard of Phil Collins.
And he said that's his hometown.
Nice. Here, let me share this tab. Was it this one?
Yep.
Nice. Look at that.
Unbelievable, huh?
Whew. Absolutely gorgeous watch. Rose gold, has the Godfather emblem on it. That's a baller piece. You're wearing that. That's a pretty baller piece. What did he think?
He was wearing a Brioni tuxedo, just perfect, and he had the cuffs. The shirt was just short of the wrist, so you could see the watch. You knew he tailored that perfectly,
So here's the question. I don't know how cold the weather gets there, but like here it's been really cold. So I have been rocking obviously winter coats and sweaters and stuff like that. But I always make a point to pull my sleeve up when I'm in the store. So my watch shows. I don't even know if I do it for other people as much as I do it for myself. So I like to look down at my wrist and see my watch.
Yeah, it's interesting. I kind of, I haven't gotten that into it yet, but it's interesting because, like I said, this is the first time I've seen this watch in person.
Yeah,
so it's pretty crazy stuff.
It's a stunner.
But of course, he's like 6 feet 6 inches tall, and he's a big man.
Yeah, because I think that's a pretty big watch, isn't it?
It's a big watch.
Yeah.
I put it on my wrist and literally goes out the wrist, But yeah, it's a pretty neat little watch. So.
Oh, that's the one that plays the theme, right?
Yes, it plays the theme from the Godfather movie.
Yeah, that says they don't have a ton of pictures of it on here, but let me go back up and see if I can. Yeah, don't let it. Let's see here. So you see, was it the rose gold or this kind of titanium?
No, it's the rose gold.
The rose gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see the little tumblers here to make the music go, which is cool.
I don't even want to know how much it costs, but I'm assuming it'll be like $300,000 to $400,000. I think it's a tourbillon at least,
Yeah, they just have an inquire button.
Yeah, I think it's about 400,000 ish.
Yeah, stunning watch.
But yeah, Louisiana is an interesting place, though. That's for sure. We had there's a drink down there called the Sazerac, Szerac. You might want to look it up, but it's basically I like to call it like an old fashioned of the South. And there's a famous Sazerac bar. We stayed at the Roosevelt one night. The first night we stayed at the Roosevelt, and the whole family, everybody was there at the Roosevelt. And we went to the Sazerac bar, which is supposed to be.
How do you spell it, George?
Szerac.
Cesarac.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
You see it? The Cesarac bar.
no.
Hold on one second. Let me go get the thing. Maybe I misspelled it.
Oh, SAZE. Or,
yeah. There you go. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need the website. Come on, guys. There it is.
Yep. And it's the Cesarac bar. It's in the Roosevelt Hotel in New Orleans. Oh, let me tell you, that bar is unreal. It's a really happening spot at the restaurant.
Yeah, it looks like it. The
Yeah.
Fountain Lounge.
That's where we had breakfast. But the Cesarac bar, if you go down one right there,
Here you go.
that's where you go. Oh,
That's
yeah.
good.
Beauty. That's a hell of a drink. And that's the bar itself.
Bar.
And it's
gorgeous.
really famous bar. And we were there Tuesday night, and it was jam-packed. And our waiter was like, oh, by Friday, Saturday night, there's like lines out the door in the reception area around the corner to try to get in. And I go, really? I go, okay. I didn't see what's so great about it, but
they have a rooftop.
Oh yeah.
Teddy's Cafe, Dominica Restaurant.
Yeah, it's actually a really impressive hotel. I think it's owned by I forgot, is it Four Seasons or Ritz-Carlton? I think it's Ritz-Carlton now.
Yeah, it says a Waldorf
Astoria, sorry. Yeah. I always get those mixed up. But definitely a place to go and be seen.
Yeah. Johnson, unfortunately, George has got
I better go get something. Hold on.
You better get something here. I'll show him what I got on. Johnson, I'm rocking the Omega Seamaster Aquaterra 41 in the Fume turquoise lacquer dial. A beauty. Can't say enough how comfortable this watch is on the new bracelet. Aquaterra is a comfy watch in general, but I love this new bracelet on it. Definitely one of my faves. George is grabbing something to rock on the wrist here this morning, so he'll be back in a second. It's always good to see George. We do like that. Remember to hit the like button. We're waiting on the rest of our snow here in Pittsburgh. Yeah,
anyways,
it's worth it.
When you go to the bar, they give you. You can see it right here. When you go to the bar, they give you one of these if you order one.
Yeah,
because we were staying there, so it was really cool. It gives you a history.
Is it like an old fashioned? Is that what it said?
Yeah, it's pretty much like an old fashioned.
Okay.
Yeah. So, anyways, I've got to get me off the big screen here.
Oh, George.
Come on, man. It's too early in the morning to scare
Too early in the morning for big screen George.
To scare people. So I got a couple. Which one would you like?
Oh, I love that day date.
Okay, so we'll do the day date.
I love that watch. Which one? It was hard to see in the little picture.
Well, that was the other one was the Zenith 16528. So there you go. This is the new green dial.
Yeah. So, yep. Our friend Mr. G. You want to flash it up again?
Yep. Oh, sorry. Yep, he's got one. I think Mo has one. So there you go.
Yeah, I got to see that in person last time I went to see Mr. G. That was a gorgeous watch.
Did that fit around your pinky?
Yeah, I can't get it. I can't get it past my knuckles. But
that's right. That's right.
You know.
So, anyways, I've got these two as well, and I was just taking a few watches out just to start winding them and wearing them. So I told you I got two of the Zeniths.
Oh yeah,
this one.
Yeah.
And then I bought this from Chase because I've been looking at this for a while, and I got a pretty good deal from him about last week. So a really nice looking little Yachtmaster too, with the
So
blue dial.
Brian just picked one of those up.
Yeah, yeah. He had it on his website, and as soon as he popped up, I called him, and he gave me a pretty good deal. So
Oh, nice.
yeah, and I think it just had a service. He said, and he uses a company out of Texas, and it
Okay.
looks like it's brand new, and it's like a 2021.
Okay. That's a great one.
Nice
Underrated.
looking watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very underrated Rolex. The dial on that the is really nice, and
Well,
that little pop of red.
yes. Yeah, it's a little bit more. I think it's better than the rhodium version, to be honest
Yeah,
with you.
I like that. That's my favorite.
Yeah. And so, anyways, I'm starting to getting that itch again to buy some more stuff. So it's a
Ah,
yeah. After I went to New Orleans, I'm getting that itch again. Yeah.
you
So
start
we'll
looking
see.
around. All right,
Yeah.
all right. What about? I know you were looking at like another maybe Day Bethune or something.
Yep. Still on back order. Hard to get
Okay.
any of those now, is what they're saying. So they said they would call me. I said, okay, whenever you get one for me, let me know, and we'll go from there. But
Yeah.
like I said, I'm starting to get that itch again. So
Yeah.
it's time to. I went through a purge of my watches, and I got rid of stuff that I'm not wearing, and now I'm getting that itch again.
Yeah.
You
It
know?
happens.
Yeah. So now, I the 5320. Did I tell you about a Patek 5326G?
I don't think you did.
Okay. Oh yeah, because you weren't
Yeah.
streaming anymore.
Yeah.
So I bought a 5326G in the gray. The MSRP I think was like 101,000, and I negotiated a deal all the way down. I bought it from through European Watch Co. It was 2025
Okay.
October, and I bought this I think in December, so it was like 2 months old at the time, and I got it for about 71.
Dang.
Yeah, that's a huge. Somebody took a huge,
$5,000
huge
less
hit.
than Joma Shop is showing this watch for.
Yeah. Well, it's it was 71 full box of. I don't think the guy ever even wore it.
That's a lot of them. It's weird, isn't
And
it?
and I'll tell you even a funny story in that. So I'm looking at the warranty card,
Mm-hmm.
the warranty paper, and it has his name on it, and it has the Patek AD that I bought that I buy my stuff from.
There you
And
go.
I'm like, maybe I should shoot them a photo of.
Yeah.
Does this
And
watch look familiar?
have
Yeah, that's
you
it right there.
have you seen this watch? I love this. I love the three-hand version of this, the
Yeah,
5226, I think it is.
yeah.
But the dial on this is what makes either way. The
Oh
dial
yeah.
it's amazing looking on this watch. Let's see if we get a
So
better shot here.
so I took it to Bucher when I went to California for the holidays,
Okay.
and I went to South Coast Plaza. So I went down to Bucher, and I showed the watch to him, and the guy there said, "I've never seen one of these before in my life here." At
Oh,
Patek, it's a Patek AD,
the Patek
and
AD hasn't seen
yeah,
it.
and I showed it to him, and he goes, "Oh my gosh, did you get this from your AD?" And I go, "You want me to tell the truth?"
Yeah.
I said, "No, I saved like 35% on this thing."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Well, good for you." And I have the one with the black strap. So I
Okay.
wanted to get this tan strap. So I ordered a tan strap, and I thought this was going to be like $2,000-3,000 strap, right? It's only like $550.
Oh, that's not bad.
No, I was kind of shocked,
Yeah.
you
Love
know.
the buckles on those. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
beautiful watch.
Yep.
Beautiful watch.
And
Congrats. That's awesome.
yeah, and he showed me how the mechanism works. 'Cause it's a home and away. And
Yeah.
what got me confused is I was using one of the hour markers as the home, as the away, instead it was
Okay.
I switched it up. So I'm like, okay, so now I understand how it works.
So you had it backwards.
I had it backwards.
It happens.
Hmm.
Happens. What are you gonna do?
Not that it would make any difference, but you know, but yeah, I think it's a pretty nice looking watch. And like I said, would I pay MSRP for this? No. Do I want to go on a Patek journey? No.
No.
But I do like the dial. And like you said, the three-hander is really good too.
Yeah.
But for, 30,000 more ish, you could probably get, you get an annual calendar and a moon phase.
Oh, it's gorgeous. There's no doubt about it. I mean, I kind of like more simple a lot of times. That's why I always, when I see that three-hander, I'm like, that's just a good looking watch. But I love this piece too.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I think I did show Johnson that watch when he came out. Yeah,
Johnson got to see the piece.
Yeah,
that's that's a heck of a pickup. So since I last saw you, I did pick up that turquoise Aquaterra.
And please don't tell me you got another IWC.
No.
Oh, thank God.
No more IWCs.
I always have fun with you on the.
Yes. Oh my God, it's the funnest thing. It's so hilarious when I'm on the stream.
I felt bad when who was that lady? I forgot the lady who was showing the Doxa stuff.
Jackie from Doxa. Yeah.
She's like, who's this nut job?
Why is he AWC? What's going on?
Oh, that was fun.
I know you've seen this, but I did.
I like that. I do like that.
I like this a lot. And like you said, I stopped at the AD. They said, yeah, we can get you one in a month or two or whatever. And I was just like, well, they have this one now at my Omega.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not that much above MSRP anyway.
It really wasn't. And especially not with the price increase, I mean, It was, well, you know what? So I had that new Planet Ocean for a hot minute, and I'm just like, well, so I got a real good trade in on that, and got a real good price on this, and I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah.
We'll get Submariner. But I like the green bezel. I know some people do, some people don't. I actually like it. I think it just gives it a little bit of pop.
So for full disclosure, when I bought this watch through European Watch, I traded in my old Panerai that I bought during the pandemic.
Okay.
And what else did I trade in? I traded in my Cartier two-tone.
Oh yeah.
And like I had this vintage sub that I bought from European Watch Co. back in like many years ago. I traded in about 4 watches.
Oh wow.
And I was only out the door roughly they gave me a really substantially great deal on all of them. I was pleasantly surprised, what they gave me to what I paid for. So.
Oh,
here we go.
With the super chats, we don't ask for a lot of money here. We just try and pay the StreamYard bill. But the franchise clubs, thank you so much. It says, good morning, Lucha, Mr. V, chat. I have upvoted 3 times. Lucha, why do we live in states that snow? Exactly. Nice yachty, Mr. V. Mo has convinced me that should be my first Rolex. I like the yachty. I do.
Let's put that. And Curly, you're always here next to me. I'm just looking at you straight up ahead.
That's right. Curly's
You're
not
still here. I just got some crap. Can you see it? He's still there.
He's there. Cool. You're still there. Yeah. Let me show you.
There you go. You can't beat this one. Can't beat that.
Watch. It really is a great watch.
Beautiful watch. You'll love it, Curly.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it.
Very versatile watch.
Very much so. I think it's so underappreciated.
Yeah. Sporty but dressy. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it really does straddle the line there.
Right.
They do a nice job with that one.
I was gonna tell you, you wanna go to Nashville Watch real quick.
Yeah.
I wanna show you something, and I just want to give people a little heads up about something I saw there. Just for fun.
Just for fun. Here we go.
Right. So let's go down.
Oh, hold on. Let me go to buy.
Yeah. So let's go down. Let's keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Okay, right there. Stop. Go up. Go to that. Is that on the watch that's like 22,000? What is that? The
25, the gold.
Yeah. Let's pull that up.
Okay.
Okay. So I've been doing a little research on this watch. Okay. This Yachtmaster 40, he's asking 22.5. It's missing one link.
Okay.
And I've done a deep dive into AI, and I've checked through Gemini, ChatGPT. It's missing one link. There's probably, based on today's price of gold, there's probably about $18,000 to $20,000 worth of gold on that watch.
Okay.
And he's asking 22.5.
Wow. So you're getting a watch that has, discounting the movement, the dial.
Yes.
Just the gold watch could be worth 20 grand, and he's only asking 22.5 for it.
Right.
That's a deal.
Right.
It sounds like a deal to me.
Yep. Just the gold value itself.
Yeah.
And if you can check on ChatGPT, if you enter the make and model number, it'll give a full analysis of how much gold that's on there.
Wow. So Watch on Wood says, when we were at a convenient place in the conversation, could I ask George his thoughts on where things are going with silver and gold? Are we at the top?
Well, I'm a Bitcoin kind of guy. So, I do have to say I play in the metals market too. So I do have significant investments with PGP, meaning platinum, gold, palladium, and silver. So, I've been stacking for better part of 25 years. And so I remember when silver prices were like $4. In fact, I have some silver I bought back in the day were $3.75, and the markup was like 15 cents.
Yeah.
So, and gold and everything else. So basically, I just think with the key, this is just my thinking. When the United States government took Russia off the bank clearing system, right?
Okay.
I think that was warning number one. Warning number two was when they confiscated Russia's wealth, their foreign assets, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they wouldn't allow, because of the invasion of Ukraine, they wouldn't allow them to access like their money in foreign banks and central banks. So I think that was a big warning shot to me. And I think that's what triggered the bull run in gold. If you look at that, the day of when that happened, you could start to see gold, silver, Bitcoin all start to run because confiscating another country's sovereign wealth is a whole different ballgame. Because if that could happen to Russia, and if you have a policy disagreement with the United States or the European Union, could they do that to you? You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what happened there, and that was the bull run. Do I think it's finished? I think, to be honest with you, in 1980, Mark, if I'm not mistaken, I think silver was up like some 350% in 1980 when the Hunt brothers were involved. So I don't even think we've started.
Right.
So that's just my opinion.
Yeah, just one man's opinion. There you go.
I'm not, anything more than that. I don't know, but and I think they also have a Shanghai silver, and it's the spread there is almost like $10 higher than the current spread here. So that tells me that I think there's more to go, and I haven't sold. So
interesting.
Yeah, but I think this watch, for 22.5 is a pretty good deal if you're into value picks. If you're just interested in the gold.
Yeah,
we shall see.
Yep. So the snow is still falling here. Watch on Wood says, thanks, George.
Yeah. Cool. So I would just say, am I adding to my positions? I'm probably not adding at this point, but but we shall see. Plus, the other issue is in my state used to be like there used to be no taxes on buying like precious metals, and now all of a sudden the governor started inserting a sales tax.
They're always looking for cash.
Always something. Always something. They always
Always.
got their hand out.
Yeah. Everyone's.
You know what was interesting? Did you see that Star Wheels he had on there? He just got it.
There it is. 59.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's above MSRP.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, I think it's like 56 or 57 is the MSRP. So I'm pretty sure he bought it for like 52.
Yeah, this is a 2024 variant.
Yeah. I think the rose gold version looks so much better, though.
I do too.
Yeah, I think that pops with the black.
Yeah, I agree. I wanted to see he had. Oh, here we go. Yeah, so he's asking about 1,000 more than I paid for my 2024 M Mark II.
Mm-hmm.
I still feel pretty good about that because Chase always has like the best prices.
Oh yeah.
Like he's always, their prices are always good.
Yeah.
And
the one thing I like about him is if he says it's like in pristine condition, it's in pristine condition.
Yeah.
And even when he says there's like a few small swirls or something like that,
can't even see him.
You can't even see him.
Yeah.
You just can't.
Unless you take out a loop or a magnifying glass.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like he gives good descriptions, sells good watches at a good price.
Yeah. And like if you ever done business with him, which I have for coming up on now 11 years, best prices when you trade stuff into him as well.
Yeah.
He never really got into the RMs. I have seen him recently get into some of the more exotic brands, but not really RMs or anything else. But he's always asking, I'll buy your RM, and I'm like, not yet, not yet. So if you see it show up there, it'll be mine.
Yeah, there you go. I saw you got one of these new titanium Santos.
Yes, I tried one on. It's pretty nice. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's pretty nice.
Piece. Yeah.
I actually, the funny thing is I actually saw a lot of ladies at the wedding wearing Cartier.
I could see that. Yeah.
And one of my friends, his wife also had the Bulgari Serpenti, which was very cool.
Franchise Club says, I thank my immigrant parents for giving my family the mindset to appreciate the country I was born in, but distrust the government and its currency. Gold, 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 baby. All metals are good metals.
There you go. Yep. Spoken like a true immigrant, like all of us,
Watch on Wood says, I looked at that Yachtmaster, but it just didn't suit my skin tone. The gold one?
Just buy it for the
gold,
buy it for the investment and leave it in the bank.
We've had barely any snow here in northern Idaho this winter.
Same here.
Like I said, we've had some storms, but it is warmed up a day or two later, and just all the snow goes away. This one, it's supposed to be really cold all week. Yesterday, George, it was bitter yesterday. It was.
Oh, really?
I left for work. It was 4 degrees. The wind, there was a steady breeze, not super windy, but just a steady breeze that just, as soon as you walked out the door, you're like, oh, it's cold.
Let me ask you a question, Mark. Is it colder in Pittsburgh or in Philadelphia?
That's a good question. I would think it's relatively the same.
Mm-hmm.
I think Philadelphia may be a little bit warmer in general, but whereas we get this storm's coming from the south, so it's different. We normally, if we get a big storm, it's lake effect snow from
yeah.
down. So this storm's a little different. They get because of the Atlantic Ocean, affects a lot of what happens over there. But if I leave here and drive to Philadelphia, it's not much difference temperature wise. At any time of the year that I've gone. Now, when you're in, like where I went to college at Penn State, when you're in the center of the state in the mountains, a lot more snow, a lot colder there because because you pass through the Appalachian Mountains.
Speaking of Penn State, I heard my son was talking to me about this, but is it what's the quarterback's name at Penn State? Drew Aller, is that his name?
Drew Aller, yeah.
Aller, yeah. He's coming into the draft this year, is he not?
Yeah, I don't think he has any choice. I don't think he has any eligibility left, and he got hurt. He got hurt midway through the season.
So I believe my son was saying he's like 6'4", 6'5".
Yeah, he's a big guy.
Big guy.
Yeah.
So my son was saying, he thinks the Rams are going to pick him like in the 3rd or 4th round because he's like got the prototypical Sean McVay.
He's got the size
and the arm. You know,
he's got a little bit of wheels,
right? And the other thing that he has going for him is that he got injured, so they like to pick up these quarterbacks and they'll rehab them, and then
there you go.
And he'll be the next gunslinger for Sean McVay.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That actually does make sense.
Yeah, definitely could happen. Yeah.
Because I think he's better than some of these other guys that are, you know. I mean, Fernando Mendoza. I know. Yeah.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like Aller. He's a little bit underrated, partially because of the system he played in. I mean, they ran those 2 running backs, you know, all the time when he was there, and but he's got some. He's not, for a big guy, he's got some mobility, you know. So he's not quite, you know, Allen, you know, as far as running, but he can run, and he's a fairly accurate passer. He's got good pocket presence. I don't know, you know, you got a little bit of work to do with him, but I think you can make something out of a guy like that.
I think like it all depends. You know, like it's just interesting. Certain teams, the Jets comes to mind, the Titans, you know, and Falcons and the Dolphins and a few other teams. If you get drafted by them as a quarterback, your career just ends.
Yeah.
You know. It just ends. I'm sorry, you know. And a good head coach or a coordinator makes all the difference. Just look at the Bears.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm looking for big things out of them next year. Me
too.
Second year of what the heck's that dude's name?
Ben Johnson.
Yeah. But no, the quarterback.
Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams. Yeah, Caleb.
Yeah.
Caleb and Ben Johnson for another year could really, I mean, he took, I thought, huge strides this year. Because remember last year, he's still a little hit or miss here and there, but it was really bad last year. And I don't think he took the sacks this year. He was getting rid of the ball a little bit more on time. His big plays, he wasn't, you know, but he would make big plays. That dude's got a gun for an arm.
He does. Just need a good coaching. You just need a good coach, you know. Look at Shanahan. You know what he did this year with what all the injuries.
Yep.
You know, and look at McVay. You look at Johnson. You know, they're all pretty damn good coaches. You know, and if you get drafted by them, you're going to probably have a good career. Just think about like the rehab project that Mac Jones is.
Oh yeah.
Look at the rehab project.
Look what happened
Sam
with Baker.
Darnold.
Look what happened with Baker Mayfield going there for half a season.
Exactly. Exactly. Or look at even Sam Darnold.
With Shanahan.
Look at that. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those guys.
That's coaching because those guys didn't play a lot.
That's right.
You know.
And you know, I was listening to you and you were talking about your Steelers. I like McCarthy higher. I really do. I think he's a good coach. I really think he's a good coach.
I don't think he's a bad coach. He's a Pittsburgh guy. I mean, he's from Pittsburgh.
I think he's a good coach. I thought they were going to hire the Rams defensive coordinator, Shula. Yeah. Which is a good thing maybe for the Rams.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, I thought that's a good hire. But I think you got to move on from Rodgers. I really do.
I think in the back of my mind, I think this is partially to get Rodgers to come back for a year.
Oh, you know, maybe draft a QB in the first. You know what I'm saying? and build around that. But you're right. That defense is way overpaid.
Way overpaid. Old.
Way overpaid.
For the money that they invested in that defense, they did not get a return last year.
No, they didn't.
Really, the last 2 years.
Right.
It's been 3 years since they were really what you would call an elite defense.
Yeah.
They
And the problem with my Niners is like Bosa is getting old and injured.
Yeah.
Warner now is like 30 and injured.
Yeah.
So, and those are the two main players on D, and they're old and injured, and they have huge contracts.
Yeah. Huge
contracts. And then Purdy signed this huge contract. He looked like crap.
Yeah. Well, that's the problem. Once you have to start paying your quarterback, it takes away money from the other places. And start.
I was again, my son knows more about this, but my son was saying the Rams have the lowest paid defense in all of NFL. But they're all coming up for contract renewal for the next couple of years. So it's either this year or next year. And next year they're going to have to pay Puka.
Yep.
And they're going to have to pay who else is coming up next year? Oh, Kobe Turner. And then they got all their safeties. But I don't know. Les Snead is probably one of the better GMs, and he always seems to figure it out.
Yep. That's all you can ask for. You have a good GM, a good cap guy, and put yourself in a good position. So the Rams, though, Stafford's got a year or two left, maybe.
I think he's got one more year after this.
One more year, yeah. So then you're going to be, if you can find that that quarterback to take over for him, and then you don't have to pay him, so that helps. Yep. It says as a Cowboys fan, I don't want to hear about defense.
So Johnson and I have a friendly bet that I bet him that the Cowboys won't make the playoffs this year. So one of us won, so I get to have a nice steak dinner on him.
Nice.
Yep.
Definitely nice. Johnson, the things I always think when I see him in the chat or on Instagram, I always think of this golf hole that he showed me a year or two ago at this course he goes to, it's an island hole, and it just looks so cool. You got to take a boat over to the green, and it's just
do you golf?
Gorgeous. Poorly. I golf poorly. I have a very nice set of King Cobra clubs that are much better than my game. But
so anyways, it's interesting to see because the NFL is so good right now,
Yeah.
And just excited for this today and see what happens.
Yeah, the NFL is good. Even college football was good this year. A lot of surprise teams in Indiana. I like seeing Indiana win. Somebody different,
It gives hope.
Yeah. With NIL and the portal and stuff, it shows that you can make some stuff happen. You don't know going in. Used to be you kind of knew what the top 10 teams would be. There might be one surprise in there, but you kind of had an idea. So now it's everyone has a chance. I like that.
It's pretty good. Pretty interesting stuff. And then, NFL is all season long to me, it seems like, But it's at the Coeur d'Alene.
Yeah. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous.
But it should be interesting. So we shall see. But I do like McCarthy as a hire. I do like it a lot.
Uh-oh.
But here comes, is it LP pay?
No. I clicked over to the traffic cams to see how the weather is, and 3 of them have been at 4, 5, 6 of them have been knocked out.
Oh, geez. Wonder what the hell LP pays up to. He's got to be hopping on the stream pretty soon.
I haven't seen LP pay in a while. They're saying it's 13 degrees, and the weather is frightful.
Jesus.
Yeah.
It is January,
It is. It's true. It's scary because all these cameras were on earlier. So many of them have been knocked out by the storm, I guess.
Is it windy too?
Breezy. It's supposed to get windy this week. Yeah. Crazy.
Interesting.
It'll be interesting. They to see what they do with the roads on a Sunday. It's called the Floating Green. Yeah, it's cool. Look. I love it. We'll go look that up here in a second. But yeah, that's the keeping up with the snow. If it's going to snow all day, and then it's set into tomorrow afternoon, so we'll see what we end up.
Do they use salt on the highways there?
Yeah, they started this chemical treatment.
Yeah, that's what they use here.
Yeah, occasionally they'll bust out the salt when they have to, but for the most part, they do a lot of pre-treating now. You know, when they know there's snow coming, you can tell even when you're driving down the road, you can see the stripes in the road and stuff. So they pre-treat it a lot and then get to work. But it's this will be a good one. We haven't had a real good one in a while, so we shall see what comes. You know?
Yeah. Feel bad for you guys, but just keep it on your side of the U.S. Don't bring it this way, because people here have no idea how to drive in this stuff, and it's a mess.
No, I know it's a mess here too. It's just the biggest problem is so many of these people drive so slowly. They think that they're braking down the hills real hard. They start sliding, and you're stuck behind them, and it's a mess.
Oh God!
You know, I'm gonna look up the what was that course called?
Coeur d'Alene at the resort.
Yeah, that was COUER. Hold on. Coeur d'Alene, Iowa City.
Idaho.
Yeah. Floating Green. Pull a picture of this so you guys can see what I was telling you about here. All right, how do you make that big? Come on. Well, we'll share that. At least see a little bit of what I'm talking about. It's cool as all get out. I still remember the first time he showed it to me. I was like, "Are you serious? That's where you're golfing?" I'm like, that's beautiful. But yeah, that's a cool golf course hole. It looks like a cool golf course in general.
Yeah.
Beautiful place, but wow. Wow.
Very nice.
Yeah. Like that a lot. Let's see. So the Penguins been on a little bit of a roll.
Hey, who's on top of the Atlantic?
Well, let's go look, George. Let's go look at the standings. Detroit.
Take a look.
Yeah, the Detroit Red Wings have 69 points. Tampa Bay, your team. The Lightning was 68.
Well, they were up. They were yesterday. I saw them. They must have played last night. So it was the Lightning that was up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Carolina's on top of the Metro with Pittsburgh in second. Sidney Crosby's having a hell of a year for a 38-year-old guy.
Yep.
He has currently 27 goals and 30 assists.
Nobody cares about the Pittsburgh Penguins in this.
Oh, come on. They love Sidney Crosby, though. He's gonna finish either sixth. If he stays healthy, he will finish the year in either fifth or sixth place all time in NHL scoring.
My son and I were talking about this, and we get into this heated argument. Okay. So, which professional sport is the hardest to have a repeat champion in? NFL, Major League Basketball, or NHL? What was your opinion?
Right now, I'm going to say for a while there, I would have said NHL, but Penguins went back to back in 16 and 17, and then the Lightning did it. A couple years later. I think the NFL might be.
Okay.
The Dodgers just went back to back.
Right.
I don't follow.
Didn't the Patriots go back to back one year?
They may have.
Mm-hmm. I'm not sure, but somebody went back to back.
Yeah.
So
but it's been a while.
I've always said Major League Baseball is the hardest to do back to back.
It's tough.
Just because of how many games they got to play, then the playoffs and the injuries, Yeah, and the Chiefs. That's right, Johnson. That's right.
All right, the
Chiefs went back to back. Yeah,
that's right.
And I've always said Major League Baseball, but he's always saying NHL just because of the sheer violence.
Well, the violence is a thing. The going back to back in any sport is tough. I think MLB would be easier from this standpoint. It's the only one of those sports that doesn't have a salary cap, doesn't have a hard cap. Mm-hmm. So you can spend your way to a championship in Major League Baseball, where you're constrained from keeping those teams together. You lose in a lot of those sports. A lot of sports, because of the salary cap, you end up losing some of those glue guys that you don't. They're not the superstars.
I'll take the opposite. I think in Major League Baseball, you talk about a salary cap, right? Well, the issue with the salary cap, it doesn't mean that even if you spend the most, you're going to win a championship, right?
Yeah.
Because if that's the case, for years the Yankees should have won year after year after year, and the same with the Mets, right?
Yeah.
So the only thing is in Major League Baseball, your best hitter goes on a slump at the wrong time,
right?
Or your star pitcher blows out his arm, and things go to hell. So I don't know. I think in the NFL, if you structure it like Brady did, you take a lower pay and pay everybody else, you have a greater chance of winning, right?
Yeah.
That rarely happens, but there's repeating. I think in the NFL, if you can structure it right with a young quarterback who's on this minimum salary. Now look, Seattle almost repeated in 2013, 2014. If they didn't bungle it up, So I think NFL is not as difficult, but I think Major League Baseball is the hardest. I think NBA is probably the easiest.
Yeah. Well, the NBA, for whatever reason, the NBA teams, the owners, the general managers, whatever, they will facilitate these trades for people that want to play in certain markets and
it's unwatchable. It's unwatchable these days. I just can't watch NBA anymore. I just cannot.
It's tough.
Yeah, I just can't watch.
It used to be a tougher game.
Yep.
And it's not anymore.
And I'm a huge Laker fan because I was born and brought up there.
Yeah.
And I just can't watch the Lakers. I don't know. Maybe it's LeBron. He's polarizing. Maybe overstayed his welcome.
The Lakers. Yeah, there was that article, that big expose about us family. Did you read that on ESPN?
Yeah, I did read it. Read it.
That was a lot to take in.
It is a lot. Now I think they should be grateful that he did resurrect that franchise because it was going to hell. I'm going to have to give him credit for that. But But I think the nepotism involving drafting his son and everything else, I think that doesn't fall on him. That falls on the owner. So just stop blaming him for it.
For a lot, yeah. I mean, they did it.
Yeah.
Arthur Smith is leaving the Steelers to become the offensive coordinator at Ohio State.
Oh God,
that's good news for Penn State.
That's good news for everybody else in the Big 12, right? Or the Big 10 or whatever it is.
The Big 10 rejoices.
Yeah. What a retread that guy is.
Yeah, he did nothing here.
Nothing.
He made a boring offense more boring.
You know who I like as a hire? I think the Chargers hired Mike McDaniel.
Did they try to get that done? I know that was
so.
Today. Yeah, that's a good hire.
I think that was because he was really good during the Super Bowl run.
Oh yeah,
with the Niners, he was really good. It's just Tua sucks. I'm sorry, he sucks.
Yeah. He's not very good.
Not very
Not
good.
very good at all, but what are you going to do?
But I also think certain coaches just don't get a fair shake. I think he could have gotten better quarterback. It's not he inherited Tua. You know what I'm saying? And nobody's going to trade for him. You know.
No, and he's a great offensive mind. He may
Yeah.
not be a great head coach. Look at Sean McDaniel.
Right.
Yeah, he does great when he's the offensive coordinator of the Patriots, and every time he gets a head coaching job, it just ends in a shit show.
Yeah.
And I think McDaniel, when his first couple years when he was getting a little bit more out of Tua and really developed that running game, people will put up with your quirkiness.
Mm-hmm.
When the results aren't there, then you sound weird,
Or look at McDermott in Buffalo.
Oh, geez, I thought
another guy who should have been fired long time ago.
You think so?
Oh, let me. I always have a problem with Buffalo because, like, in the mornings when I drive to work, I listen to, like, I don't know if you listen to Adam Shine on Shine on Sports, right? Mm-hmm. And every year, like preseason, all the Buffalo Bills fans call up, and every one of them are predicting Super Bowl, Super Bowl, Super Bowl. Yeah. And they're like, Josh Allen is this, he's that, he's this, he's that. He's been in the league for 9 years. He's never made it to the Super Bowl and is choked how many times? Whenever you think there's not a way to choke, he finds a way to choke it. So I don't know. So there's certain franchises I just think that are cursed. I think the Chargers are cursed. I think the Clippers are cursed.
Yeah.
And the Buffalo Bills. You know what I'm saying? Just cursed, no matter what. I don't know what you can do to help them, but McDaniel needs to go. I don't know why they retained their general manager. He should have gone too.
Yeah, I didn't understand that because that
was awful.
I mean, you had a chance to build around that guy, and they really did.
Yep. You drafted Keon Coleman. What a waste.
Yeah.
Come on.
And they're all fighting, and the owners involved and getting pissed. That just screams dysfunction.
It is. It is. And Josh Allen's now 30, right? And he's running like a running back. One day he's going to get hit, and he's not going to be able to get up. I hate to say that.
It's coming.
And the interesting thing was, I remember like when Les Snead, when the Rams won the Super Bowl, right? Mm-hmm. Billy Beane was out there criticizing the Rams for doing all this and how they were sacrificing their future. Well, guess what? They won one.
And boy, did they! Everyone expected them to fall on their ass after they won it.
Yep.
They didn't.
They did for 1 year, and that was because of all the injuries. And then they rebuilt, and guess what?
They rebooted.
They're in better shape than the Bills.
Yep.
And they've got 10. They've got 10 draft picks in this draft, including 5 in the first 3 rounds.
Yeah.
And 2 first rounders. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
So
I agree. That's a ton, and they make the most of of what they have, and I just think McVay's a great coach. In general, but they definitely they're well coached. I've always said I was a Mike Tomlin fan because I always thought that most of he never had a losing season. He oftentimes did not have a good team, but he got the most out of those guys. But he was too loyal to his coordinators, and he wouldn't change enough to keep up with the game. I thought,
Yeah, it's what it is.
Yeah.
Hold on, Mark. My earbuds are dying, so let me get something different. I'll be right back.
All right. Hey, I'll be here. We'll go over and look at Lucha's Instagram page. How's that? We made some vegetable soup the other day, some beef vegetable soup. Delicious. Absolutely delicious. Bon appetit. Good soup. I'm making stew tonight. We love some good stew. add our good friend Curly to the
That's
show.
all you had to do. That's all you had to do. You just had to put look at this, a bowl of nice stew on a wintry Midwestern shit show of a morning.
Exactly.
How you doing, Lucha?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
All right. Do you want me to be 100% honest? I'm
Sure.
using you as an excuse, Lucha.
Okay.
I've got to take a 25-minute ride because I got to go get a 3/8 hitch pin for my plow for my four-wheeler. I lost a hitch pin, and I have anxious neighbors that are waiting for me to plow their driveways. I mean, it's good to be popular when it's the only good thing about when it's you got one of these Midwestern blizzards coming in is that I expect by tomorrow night we're going to start receiving gifts, homemade cookies, maybe a walnut banana loaf, breads, something.
Yeah.
Oh my
Nothing
God.
wrong with that.
There is no worse feeling than being retired but feeling obligated to people, Lucha?
I know. We so yesterday was a shit show of a day at the dealership, but we got like all the cars moved, as many inside the garage as we could. We got everything moved around and cleared out, so tomorrow morning we can do a pretty good plow, but the snow is supposed to last through tomorrow afternoon.
I regret the day I bought I don't even know what year it is. I think it's a 2008, 9, 10. Hey, Mr. V, good morning.
Good morning, Curly. Can you guys hear me okay?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Fantastic.
Perfect.
Look at
how's things in Chicago these days, Curly? Sorry.
How do you think? How do you think? It's like blizzard season, man. I mean, luckily the past 3 years, the winters have been very, very mild. But this year, it seems like it's one of those retribution years.
Yes.
Where the winter's not going to go away. But I mean, I don't mind it. I was just telling Lucha I'm using his channel as an excuse. Well, I mean, first of all, look, he's got a bowl of stew. I mean, this is singing to me, Lucha. It's singing to me.
I'm making a Guinness stew this afternoon.
I'm not a morning person to begin with, but I had to go out and I got basically it's like a mini garage for my I got a four-wheeler, Can-Am four-wheeler I bought on many years ago, 2009. I only use it for plowing the sidewalks, and I mean my neighbors are like they don't call, but I'm obligated now because they're used to it. I usually say if there's more than 4 inches, just don't shovel your driveways. I'll hit it with the plow. But then when I went this morning, started it up and went to go hook up the plow. The last time I used it, I must have lost one of the little 3/8 hitch pins that hold, that clip it in. And it's not like it's not an easy thing to find. So I got to go to a Harbor Freight, which is like a 25-minute ride for me. Or I was trying to do some farmer's ingenuity and come up with something. So right now I just stuck a big thick screwdriver and cut the tip of it off to make it work. But it'll fall out because the hitch pin, it's got a little detent that holds it in. But like I said, I'm expecting, the good thing about it is like a day after I do it, the stuff starts coming in. Like I said, I mean, there's a lady that makes this, wonderful banana walnut, bread loaves. She'll be bringing that. I mean, I'll be like the mayor. I'll be like the mayor.
Nothing wrong with that. Everyone loves the mayor. Everyone loves the guy that plows,
All right, George. All right, this is like the third time what did I do wrong? What can I do? 2006 is the year of unity and the year of
okay. I know what you want, Curly. I know what
No. I mean, I know. I mean, you just would point over there. I got stuff over there. I don't need this guy in my back. I know there's a lot of. Hey, listen. Ask Lucha. There's a lot of heat. There you go. I mean, it's like you just gave me the best belly rub. Thank you, Mr. V.
There you go, old friend.
You guys just made my morning. We got the stew. We got the portrait.
There you
go. What do you, Lucha? What do you think? I had this goal that I started in 2025. I thought that the next year, 2026, should be the year of unity. You think that I'm biting off too much?
It's a tough call. I mean, who knows? It could work. I mean, but some people that just aren't going. They won't unify. I mean, you have some non-unifiers out there.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny is I never looked at it this way. So I had I was talking to Baba,
okay,
and he says, he goes, it might have to do, if you think about it, and it was something that Buckley had said a long time ago about you could kind of tell people in the community that had never played team sports, right?
Yes.
So individual sports and then team sports. You ever remember in that movie the Untouchables, when De Niro, that was playing Al Capone, he does that speech. It's in the middle of the banquet hall at the Congress Hotel.
Yeah.
The baseball team. So there really is a difference between people that play team sports and people that have played individual. Like at a halfway competitive level, from through high school and college or whatever, and you could kind of tell. And you know what, there's a lot of people that are tennis players, man. That is an individual sport. They just don't do the team spirit kind of stuff. So you got to chalk it up to that a little bit. Golfers, swimmers, tennis players. Who else? What else is not actually a team sport, but more of an individual sport?
Tennis, swimming, skiing.
Yeah, because you imagine like Michael Jordan. There was a lot of turmoil. Michael Jordan was the kind of a guy who was, although he was a team player and benefited the team, he was a bit of a ball hog, and rightfully so, right? I mean, rightfully so. When you got that much confidence in yourself to if
you're a team player, the people around you, like you understand that there might be the guy.
Well, you also do things as a team, right? You got a mindset as a team. Your strategy is as a team, and it's not an individual strategy; it's a team strategy, right? That starts with the coach and goes with the players. What's up? Good morning, Liberty Spot, my watch channel.
My watch channel. Pretty Chris. Funny the similarities of that.
Morning, yeah. Chris. What can I say, Chris? Yep.
Our good friend Liberty Spot says, "I pride myself in being able to hate everybody equally."
He does not.
You know what? It's not hate. He is a grade ball buster.
Oh, absolutely.
Liberty Spot.
He has Liberty Spot has one of the best Instagrams. If you love old Italian movies, solid gold watches, and dogs, you're it.
So, Lucha, I'm one of the few people that are willing to talk politics. I don't have X. I don't have Instagram. I don't have Facebook. This guy's got me so close to join an Instagram. He just bombards me every day with some of the funniest Instagram stuff. I mean, every day. I actually look forward to it. I look forward to going to the show email and seeing if Liberty Spot sent a couple of Instagram drops.
I get the notifications on Instagram, and 75% of the time it's Liberty Spot sending me something that's just hilarious. Or wrestling, a lot of wrestling stuff too. A lot of pro wrestling stuff. It's good stuff.
So, Mr. V, you say the blue dial. You like the blue dial better than the slate on the Yachtmaster?
Oh yeah, I think it's much more rarer too, Curly. So if you could find one, does your blue dial have the red accents on yes.
the?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Here, let me take it out. Let me show it one more time. So, I'd highly recommend it. It's not super expensive. You can get it pretty good prices on the gray market. And like I said, I think you'll like it.
Oh yeah,
beautiful.
You know what? I love the
lettering too.
I love the bezel on it. It's a platinum bezel, right?
Yep.
It's a platinum relief bezel. Yeah. So
it's really nice.
Not ceramic.
Really nice. I think you'll like
40 mil.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a beautiful one. That is nice and blue.
Yeah.
And the blue is pretty striking on that watch.
All right. I think it is. I like it. And to be honest with you, the Yachtmaster bezels are real nice.
Yeah.
So let me ask you something. Yeah, that I was making some tea, but that solid gold Yachtmaster that you showed with the white dial, is that the one that's got the black onyx indices?
No, it's green.
It's cream dial, I think. Yeah.
It's cream dial with I think the indices are green. Let me pull it back up.
I remember Sirocco. I think Sirocco's wasn't all precious metal. I think it was a two-tone.
Hard to say.
Wow, it looks like the one he had. Does the
They
two-tone?
are black.
I think it's maybe it's black with onyx. I don't know, black with onyx mark.
His indices, you know why I say that is I remember when that whole Watch Time New York was happening when Archie had his birthday and they so he had bought a gimbal and he was trying it out and he was at his yacht club, so he walked off his boat on his dock and he went over to the yacht club, and then when he popped on, he was sitting outside on the deck and he had that watch on his wrist while he was drinking a beer, and the sun coming off of the because I asked him, I was like, what a difference that watch makes with the lighting.
Yeah.
And I was like, are those black diamond indices? And he says, no, Curly, they're onyx. And it was just it was so striking, the contrast between the cream and the black and the polished part of the bezel as opposed to the sandblasted. It was just beautiful.
Yeah. The polished hour markers and indices on that bezel pop off of that kind of relief pattern. Any of those Yachtmasters, they just really do pop. It's a good watch.
Yeah, I watched
the time. That's the most important thing.
Exactly. I watched a guy on YouTube that services watches.
Yeah,
and he actually said that he had a special jig that he uses just for Yachtmaster bezels.
Okay,
they're the most difficult bezel to
restore,
to bring to clean up, to polish up, to
take out.
And it's just amazing you don't think of the labor required just for that bezel to come out perfect, between the contrast between the polished parts and the sandblasted dull parts.
Right.
That's what I appreciate about the watches is the craftsmanship that goes in on them. I don't think you'll never be when even Rolexes, as much as they're a mega manufacturer, there's still a lot of hand craftsmanship that's involved in even if it's just assembling and testing them,
Right. And this watch, I was telling Mark earlier on, Curly, that
that's a good look.
There's roughly about $18,000 to $20,000 worth of gold on that watch by itself.
You know what, Mr. V? It was interesting. What was it? Ghost of the Yiddish Gambino brought up a good point, and he's like, there's a very detrimental bad part for precious metal, gold, to be at such a high price. And he was like, we're going to lose a whole generation of off-brand watches, as he put it. And it's like, the what is it, Peugeot, and these yeah. And I was thinking about that. I was like, that's actually a pretty good point, because I remember when metal and cast iron and scrap prices went up so high. You used to be able, I used to as a hobby, I used to like to build cars. I used to build, muscle cars.
Okay.
And I remember when metal prices were really high, you used to be able to go to the junkyard. You would still see, 1960s, sometimes even 1950s parts cars everywhere.
Yeah.
And there was so much, and back in those days, there was so much metal in those cars. They started scrapping them all, and it's like, that's a whole, that's a whole. That you lose the ability to go hunt down original parts from original cars when that happens.
Yep.
I remember the sickness that I felt during Cash for Clunkers. When they were
that's the period that I'm talking about, Lucia. Yeah, exactly.
Those cars on purpose, the good running cars, and they were just getting rid of them. And we had, I had some wholesale buddies that I would call on certain cars. I would look, before I send this car to the clunker, you make me an offer on it higher than the government money and take it.
Interesting.
Because there were, oh my God, some of those cars, it was just a shame.
Mr. V, what do you think about RGM watches?
Let's pull it up,
That's
Mark.
not
Let's
good.
Pull it up.
That's
Let's
not
pull
good.
it up. Let's pull it up.
RGM, hold on.
Let's pull it up.
So they're in Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
Yep.
Across the state, over near where the old Hamilton used to
Curly
be.
was trying to get me into trouble here, criticizing Pennsylvania-made watches, I think. Yeah.
I mean, it's cool that he builds them and that he does them. I'm not 100% sold on these things. I always kind of like this this one. But I like sport watch. I like stainless steel sport watches, And for $34.50.
You ever
it's a little pricey.
Yeah. See on his page the custom shop, the bespoke ones he makes for the commission ones. I appreciate this guy. I appreciate this guy's mindset. That how he's so driven that he wanted to make everything in house. That he literally experimented for 5 or 8 years on making his own hairsprings.
Yeah,
I just it's gonna be lost in time immemorial because I don't know if anybody's gonna continue on.
No,
gonna have the passion that this guy has. But I mean, you got to admit the guy's pretty driven.
Yeah, and he's talented.
They do look pretty good though.
Yeah, I mean, some of them are nice. Some of them are weird. Some of them are nice.
So Mr. V, so you're saying the money doesn't justify the craftsmanship?
Yeah, I don't think so personally. But
I mean, if you buy an RGM, you're I think you're buying a watch. You're keeping that. I don't know.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's especially if you get one of these custom pieces. This is something you're going to keep forever.
Well, in my mind, it's just. I might have flawed thinking, but in my mind, like a person when they reach a certain level of watch collecting, the next obvious, jump in collecting is having something like I remember Higgins.
Yeah.
I asked Higgins one time. I mean, what made you commission a bespoke watch? Because especially in this community, you're going to have a lot of people that are going to say, "Look, you're just burning your money up." But I mean, how many of us that become collectors that are obsessive? You're not really. At some point, the collection obsession takes over the, logical common sense thinking. Because I mean, look at how many people burn money up on whether it's cars or motorcycles or whatever, clothing. When you get obsessed, you get obsessed, and then you want that. That's what drives you, is that you want the pinnacle. To me, I mean, to have somebody that's still doing this in America and having a school that, an American, watchmaking school, I find that admirable.
Yeah,
it is pretty good.
I mean, he does nice work. I just don't know that there's anything, I'm not a collector. I'm more of an enthusiast.
Well, I mean, by IWCs, I had to do that, Lucia. Sorry, I had to do that.
I appreciate the craftsmanship and look at it. This watch is gorgeous, But here's what's funny. Do you see the this symbol in the hands? You know what that is?
That's Breguet. No?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Breguet, no?
Nope. That is the state shield of Pennsylvania.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I mean, micromechanics is fascinating to me, man. I mean, could you imagine sitting there with a file making those things, or however they make them? I have no idea.
I have no idea.
I really liked. He's got some really, really cool, nostalgic videos. Like I said, the one about it was driving him crazy that he had to keep. He couldn't make a hairspring, and it took him how many years of mixing, doing metallurgy to finally.
I like that green dial. Did you see that? That looks pretty cool.
Yeah, that's like a malachite, I think.
Malachite. I was going to say, is that malachite? Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he does. He does some beautiful work. I mean, there's no doubt about that, and he does it in a historic area where of U.S. watchmaking, where Hamilton used to be before they went to Switzerland, and Lancaster, Pennsylvania. I always like.
Yeah, we were. Come on, man. We were the lead. There was never a train engineer or people that depended on time. I mean, we were the leaders of that, right? Rugged, American type stuff. Rugged, tool watches, well, pocket watches, really.
Yeah, tool watches, and the thing that we brought to the world and to the end of the Swiss watchmaking. I mean, they came over and studied it and took it back. Was how to mass manufacture this stuff.
Yep.
And still and have it still be long lasting and and rugged and useful.
Mark, what's the watchmaker that's from California that's really high end? You remember?
I'm not sure.
He's super expensive. Super expensive.
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
Oh, drawing a blank.
He's super expensive. You don't see a lot of his stuff. I kind of forget who he is.
Yeah.
Because he's not like a mainstream guy making hundreds of watches a year.
No, he does pretty much bespoke watches for individuals, I believe, but he charges a fortune, like 30, 40, 50,000.
Yeah, you know what? Every time that you bring up RGM, somebody puts it in the chat. Yeah. Shapiro.
J.N. Shapiro.
Yeah. That's him.
Yeah, it's hard for me to. I mean, I get ridiculed for talking watches, but I mean, if I have a fascination, the fascination is that there's still people in America that had the passion to get into something that's so dominated by the Swiss, the Germans.
Yeah.
By the way, Curly, I do enjoy the afternoons with Tommy in there. I haven't had a chance to hop on, but it's really, it's always good to have somebody who understands politics and has a solid background on history and culture to talk, because there's a lot of people who think they understand this stuff and they really don't.
Yeah, we're like, me and Tommy are like the odd couple of a pie. He's deep into the history and he wants to go all the way back to the root of whatever we're talking about. And me, I'm just like, I mean, I got to tell you, the most enjoyable part for me is arguing with Tommy. I love arguing with Tommy.
But Tommy knows his facts too. That's he's got a really good.
And he's not afraid to express them because I mean, that's like a passion thing that you do. I mean, you're not there to put on a.
That's right.
But it's hard for people to come on because it gets very heated. Politics are very personal to me. Like
polarizing.
Yeah, my background. I mean, to me, he always ends up calling, "You're just a Democrat at heart." Well, I was like, "Well, what, dude? What do you expect? I'm a blue collar, but blue collar Democrat, blue dog Democrat is much different than, what you're looking at nowadays. Right. I mean, to me, the number one thing that I remember is they compromise. You negotiate and you compromise. There's give and take, and that's lost nowadays. Unfortunately,
there's no more such thing as a blue dog Democrat.
Yeah.
I think there is. I think that's Trump's movement. I mean, I think there is.
They've abandoned the party has abandoned them.
Yeah.
Well, but you got to admit it's both sides, right? I mean, to me, when I was growing up, Republicans were the country club type, and the Democrats were the working man's.
Yes.
And all the way up. I mean, all the way up. I voted for Clinton. I voted for Obama the first term. I mean, Obama just for a sense of pride because he came from Illinois. He was a community organizer. A lot of people. Use that as a negative. I mean, he came out of the Harold Washington movement, which you could say whatever you want about Harold Washington. I mean, but he was a firebrand. I mean, his speaking skills and how he could make you believe something. There's something to be said for somebody like that. Unfortunately, then it turns into a slow grind because. Politics is a slow grind. But like I said, the mindset of give and take That's what's gone, you know.
Right.
Wow. Absolutely.
And I mean, if you sit down on any kind of negotiations, whether it's union negotiations and you know you're representing a certain party, you know, you have to have give and take, and it seems like you know there's just it's just the extreme no and extreme yes, and
Yeah.
they want to bludgeon you, and they only want their way, and that's it, and they think it's a form. I think it's a form of strength to compromise, not a form of weakness.
You know, there's an old saying, Curly, if both parties leave the table disgusted, then you know it's a good deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, that,
You know?
look, that's true. And the thing is, too, look at, hey, listen, you weren't able to get 100% of what you want this
That's
time,
right.
but the thing about negotiations, they're reoccurring. They're always reoccurring, whether it's a 4-year period, a 2-year period, depending on, you know. But that sense of doing things for the good of the people, whichever side of the aisle those, you know, the people you represent fell on, you know, there was a sense of compromise, and that's been gone for a long time. And I mean, I think it really radically changed. You know, I think Clinton started it, and Obama actually radically changed it for the worse. I mean, unfortunately.
I think the carving out of the middle class of the United States by our politician on both sides is the single most destructive thing our politicians have done to this country.
Well, look, Mr. V. I mean, you know, I was in the electrical contracting business,
Yep.
and a lot of that had to do with dealing with manufacturing and stuff. Unfortunately, the Industrial Revolution, where you saw our own country exploit,
Yeah.
you know, the working class, all they did was they offshored the exploitation, you know,
Yep.
of people. I mean, it's a shame, but you know, are we willing? You know, the lifestyle that Americans are used to. Are you willing to,
But
you know, to spend the extra amount of money that it takes to keep so much stuff in country? You know, it's again a compromise.
Yep.
and you
So
know what?
what-
The best thing I've seen so far is the rebirth of trade in the trade schools in the United States, teaching kids to do plumbing, electrical, pipe fitting, you know.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, because you know, well trained, well skilled. I mean, that means
Yep.
you have to be up to date with modern technology and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, once you have that trade, whether it's in the field or whether it's tradesmen or whether it's in the medical industry or whatever. I mean, right now our country, for me, runs on farming, medical industry, educational industry. Obviously, data and media information and stuff like that. But I mean, it's all stuff that requires education and skills. There is no more, making a living being a factory worker or anything like
Right.
that. I mean, there can be if you're in aerospace. I mean, that's why California, as much as everybody wants to talk about it being, land of the libtards and communism and everything, it's still the most industrialized state and the biggest economy in our country.
By far.
There's a lot to be said for that. It's farming, aerospace, health, obviously tech, and all of that has a subset of people that have to support that, right? So that's your middle class. You're still existing middle class, which
Well,
is a good thing.
I think Mark knows well, the Pittsburgh and the steel industry there. And what is it? Nippon Steel takeover of
Taking over U.S. Steel.
yeah. And at least, from what I've read, I think that was a good thing because that did preserve a lot of jobs in your state and provided incomes to many families. So I think that one, you got to tip your hat to Trump administration for that one. I think that's a good one.
Well, I mean, I'll give you a small example here in the Midwest. His first term, when he deregulated and he made the process, he streamlined the process of permitting and exploration and testing. I mean, they were literally, going to go back to mining, big time mining in the Midwest, Wisconsin, Minnesota. I mean, this is where all the iron ore came out of is the Midwest. But the thing is, are Americans willing to tolerate, big industrialized strip mining, you know,
Right.
in this day and age. I mean, because obviously your Teslas, you know, that's where all the raw materials and minerals and you know come from. I mean, it comes out of the ground.
Right.
And I mean, they had so many companies that already, you know, since they streamlined the permit process, invested millions and millions of dollars. What does that mean? Caterpillar, all the big, you know,
Yep.
all the big companies. There's a giant ecosystem. And soon as the administration changed, they put the kibosh on it. So can you imagine doing exploratory drilling and, you know, you're talking about something that takes years to put together, and it just got, you know, all of a sudden it just got, you know, put on hold, and it's crazy. I mean, so yeah, I mean, can we revitalize, you know, industry in America? Sure, you can. Can it be transitioned to different opposing administrations? Again, the give and take.
Right.
It seems like they're incapable of doing that because why? They have lobbyists from foreign lands that.
That's, you know, Carly, you know this. That's the issue. You don't want to do, all these companies don't want to spend so much on capital investments because in 4 years, a different administration may have different viewpoints. That's the problem, right?
Absolutely.
Nothing, you know, you have to cauterize these stuff so, you know, companies can do what they need to do and create jobs and whatever else, right? But
I remember
government doesn't want to do anything and they're paralyzed. So
I remember 10 years ago, Mr. V, there was a company that was doing experimental distribution lines. So they were carbon core, water cooled distribution lines, electrical distribution lines. Right now, the only place that could afford to do that would you know was, you know, as far as investing the money in, you know, once it got approved from the government, was, you know, your typical your Wall Street, you know, you know, places that, you know, are willing to spend the most for the latest and greatest. Once the administration changed, now that was approved, it was viable, but it's a whole different way of distributing electricity, right? They call them superconductors.
Yep.
I mean, it worked. I mean, I know now they're finally using them for these data centers and wherever they're going to, you know, generate power from, whether it's coal or hydroelectric, whatever. But I mean, it entered such a grind of bureaucracy, and you got to, you know, transition different administrations and different, you know, we don't need it here, we'll offshore it, you know, little mini nuclear plants. You know, of all places, the leader of it is France, where they're supposed to be the greenest and the, you know, the most, you know, worried about the environment. They're actually the leaders of these little mini nuclear power generating plants because they don't want it here. There's too much pushback from the green lobby. So it's a shame. I mean, I actually think that, I mean, I'm optimistic about the future of this country. I believe we'll be the, you know, industrial leaders again for the next phase of the, you know, of the world. AI, you know, data centers and all that kind of stuff. We've always led the way. Aerospace, you know, tech, health.
On the screen, I have a picture of the new watch with the new Hemi Ram logo. Trump wasn't in power, like, or, you know, in office 2-3 weeks when Stellantis said, "We're bringing the Hemi back."
You know how disappointed I am that you can't even buy a new Ram pickup with a V8 Hemi in it now.
Oh, you can now. That's they're
so that's what he's bringing back.
That's 26 right there. Yep.
That's a cool looking logo.
Yeah.
What is this? The Ram that I got now, I got a limited, but it has it's not a hybrid, but what is it that they put on?
Is it an e-torque?
Yeah.
The e-torque is basically, it's made to give you a little bit of jump. It's mainly for things like starting out with a trailer, especially if you're like pulling out like a boat out of the water and stuff like that. It's to give you a little bit of extra torque.
Yeah, so it's still a Hemi, but it's an e-torque Hemi.
Right. Yeah. It's just a little initial boost for you.
Nice.
I was shocked. I'll never go back. I was always a staunch, SUV and pickup. I think the last car that me and my wife had was in 2007. It's always been SUVs and pickups. I was shocked when we had a fleet agreement with Enterprise, and they were all all of our service vehicles and stuff were Ford. So my company vehicle always was every 2 years I got a new Ford Platinum pickup, and the Enterprise switched over to Dodge, Sprinter fleet and all that stuff. And I was like, I don't want a fucking Dodge, what the fuck? I'll just go lease my own vehicle. It's like, no, you got to stay, in the umbrella, in the Enterprise umbrella. And I was like, he goes, just go check it out. I was fucking shocked at how nice they were. The 12-inch screen and a 14-inch screen and the console. The inside of it, I was like, wow, this blows away a Ford Platinum,
They're actually really nice trucks.
Now I don't have a accident. I don't, I'm not a partner anymore, but I still buy a Ram. I was actually, like I said, the guy started explaining to me what an E-Hemi or whatever it was, and I was like, I don't care as long as it's a V8. Who gives a fuck?
I've only been inside one truck that impressed me, and that was the Raptor. Sorry, Mark.
Oh, jeez.
You know what? It's impressive because you took a ride in it, but it is not a very convenient vehicle as a daily driver.
I hate to say it. I don't know much about trucks, Curly. I'm not a truck guy, but I was impressed by it. And the funny thing is, my office is right next to a Ford dealership, and I have a few patients that work there, and they all tell me that the Raptor is sold out. It's sold out for years and years and years. You can't get one.
I have my brother's got a BMW 7 Series, and we were taking care of his dog, and I went over and I told him, I go, I'm gonna take your car. I had to go to the next state over, and I drove it. I swear to God, even as luxurious and as big as that thing was, I still felt like I was in a go-kart. Because you get used to that, the height, and I mean, I don't know if you drive a Jeep or what, Lucha?
Yeah, I drive Jeeps.
Yeah, so you know what I'm talking about, right? There's such a difference between a vehicle and then once you get used to an SUV. But
interesting.
Lucha, I gotta tell you, man, I don't like green bezel watches, man.
I know you don't.
I don't.
I like it because it's different.
I'm blue. I'm blue all the way.
The platinum inlays in that bezel, in that green bezel, it really kind of pops.
Oh, that's what the numbers are? Platinum?
Yeah, they're filled with platinum.
I really like the caps. What is it? The Cookie Monster?
Yeah, that's a beautiful watch.
It is.
And the thing about the Cookie Monster is those who don't know it's white gold, right?
Yeah.
There is a difference between the tint and the depth between the white gold and stainless. It's very similar, but there is a.
But if you don't know, if you don't know what it is, it's hard to discern. If you're just the average Joe, non-watch guy, you would look at that watch and kind of probably assume that it's stainless steel.
Right.
Yeah. That's what I like about the. Mo thoroughly convinced me on the Yachtmaster because of the contrast between the polish and the satin on the bezel. It's like, no, I mean, look, dude, this is a guy's watch who rides motorcycles.
It's a beautiful piece. That blue bezel I really like because that little pop of red on the second hand and that little script. The Yachtmaster script. It just, I don't know. There's just something about it that's just it's pleasing to the eye.
Yeah, it's rugged for me. It's rugged. There's another watch, and I know that a lot of people. It's popular with a lot of people. Is that Explorer 2, the Polar?
Oh yeah,
I love the way that watch looks. I mean, the only thing I don't like about it because I like to fiddle with stuff. It would drive me crazy having a bezel that I couldn't turn and hear the clicks.
Yeah,
the fidgety kind of stuff.
My thing with the sub, what I like about the sub and the Sea Dweller and James Cameron and stuff like that is the glide lock. I love the glide lock.
I like the SD43 too.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I've reached a point now where it would be a peer pressure purchase for me just to fit in. But I mean, I you know, you always get that. You don't even own any watches. What are you doing in our community? Get out, you heathen.
Yeah, heathen, what are you doing? Tan says that's why I have 2 Daytona white gold. It's easier to wear, and if you know, you know.
Yeah, that's got to be crazy. The difference between. I mean, is there a huge
There's a big
difference
price.
in heft on your wrist? You know, the weight on your wrist.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You can feel it too. You can feel the difference even in a 2-tone. Like when you pick it up, you know instantly that it's gold if you just hold it in your hand, even compared to
Mark, I think Curly's been on these streams about 5 years now.
Yes.
Yeah, close to it.
Yeah.
We were just talking about that the other day.
Yeah. Because
I actually the first time that somebody the first time that somebody actually intrigued me and kept my attention as far as because I'm around, I like the humor, and it's the humor is kind of funny. I mean, so people unwind, they have a couple of drinks, and it's funny to me. But the first person that I ever paid attention to that kind of intrigued me as far as the when they were showing their watches. And I mean, you remember that, Mr. V, when you? I think it was the first time that you actually showed any watches on the panel.
Many years ago.
And what was funny was the lead up, before you jumped on to do that. I was arguing with at that time Luke Emtek used to be an admin.
Yes,
for
I
Timmy.
remember. I remember the dungeon days.
But yeah, it's funny how 5 years could go by. Yeah. But you know what? There's so many. Even with all the nonsense that happens, there's just so many good people, and I love a good storyteller. I love genuine people, and that's the stories that you were telling behind the watches. I mean, I'm not ball washing or anything. It just touch, especially because the immigrant factor, and you talked about how much you had to sacrifice for the profession and career that you do, and there's a lot to appreciate for that because I appreciate. You could tell when people are genuine, and usually it comes out of somehow or another they sacrificed while the cool people didn't, and it 90% of the time it pays off in the end. But you're a humble person, George. That's what I mean. I have a category of folks that I call like pure, like you. Sean, Lucha, just genuine people. They're not afraid to express their genuine opinions, which around here, people, take advantage of it or weaponize it and stuff. So I appreciate that.
I never knew Curly would be such a great troll and a great YouTuber back in those days. Who knew these things would happen?
I didn't. It took me a little bit of watching Curly before I understood.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like I didn't understand at first. I'm like, who is this guy yelling and screaming at everybody?
It was interesting times to see the evolution of Curly back.
And then I watched more. I found that I was like tuning in. I'm like, well, I kind of like this guy. What's he talking about? What's going on?
The secret is it doesn't take much intelligence or anything to be a troll. I mean, it's just. Everybody's got it in them. It's just that it's not that hard to do. I mean, come on.
Good morning, Skies and Boys.
Hey, Skiz and Boys.
Skies and. I was he's Skizen's very interesting. I actually the first time I saw him, he was actually driving a little minivan in England. I think it was a minivan or SUV, and he was going to pick up Jock at the airport. And then when they got to the bro house, I had to do like a double look. He's in a wheelchair. I mean, you wouldn't even think of it with the way he was driving and talking and streaming at the same time.
You remember that stream? Yeah.
If there's anybody that you could learn positive reinforcement is it's from Skies and and the way he interacts with his kids and stuff. He's got his own channel too.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
No,
Yeah, he's an old school music guy, so he does a lot of mixing, DJ kind of stuff. Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know, Mr. V. What the hell has kept us around here for 5 years, man? It's got to be.
Man.
It's got to be the decent people, right?
It's got to be. It's got to be. You know.
There's some toxicity involved with it, but I think the decent people they always overcome the toxicity.
You hope. You hope.
Yeah, there's always good side. Hey, look, man. I was actually I got a message. Is like, hey, what's going on? Humble Pine's on Archie's channel. I was like, Humble Pine's always been a big, I know that Humble Pine was a fan of Archie and Bear. And I was like, dude, look, 2026, the year of unity.
There you have it. I like Humble Pine. One of the few, he super chatted last week, and I told him, I said, one of the few, I don't block very many people here. I don't get a ton of trolls or stuff, but the one person I did block came on. He had an avatar, and he was making fun of Humble Pine's hair, like not in a jovial way, and that guy had to go because Humble Pine's a good dude.
Hey, Lucha, I got news for you. Humble Pine doesn't need anybody to defend him. He came on the panel on our channel. He was so savage. I was like, I'm gonna clip this. I mean, it was a really fun night, and he really made that. He really made that night fun. Look, the evolution of people once they start feeling comfortable coming on a panel, you become a different person. There's a lot of times I talk about whether it's with Tommy or Bob or whatever. Do I ever regret, coming out of the chat and becoming a panelist and running stuff? And I'm like, yeah, sometimes I do, because that's what actually attracted me the most to the streams is the people in the chat, the interaction in the chat. Mm-hmm. Whether you got 20 people, whether you got 100. I mean, you just need a couple of good people to drive the chat, and I always enjoyed that part of live streaming.
No, I get it.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
but you get personality clashes. It's like that in life. You get it in your family, you get it in your career, your job, your business, whatever. Personalities are personalities. Once you have a lot of personalities that are in the fishbowl, I mean, those clashes are inevitable. Unfortunately, there's no one arbitrator everybody respects that could kind of be the governing board. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Well, I get it. Skies Boy says the only issue with the Yachtmaster Platinum bezel is that it can scratch fairly easily.
True.
But that's why you have that guy with his machine.
I actually, before the holidays, now for me it was good enough vouch. Captain said that there's that guy that used to work for Roman Sharf, Brian. I think his name is Peter Piccolino.
Okay.
He's a watch technician, but he also sells watches. So he's like a one-man business. And I know that, that has a very negative connotation to it because he was, he went from 47th Street to Roman and now he's doing his own thing.
Yeah.
But I'm like, look, this guy, he's literally a one-man guy. I like the way he presents himself and presents his watches. Plus he gives pretty good deals, whether he's buying watches or, I think Cap said he's bought a couple of watches from him. He actually had the Yachtmaster that I really want for a pretty good price. But, to me, that guy's got everything to lose because he's got everything online. And, I mean, he does all his business, online. He promotes and markets his company, which is him, online. So you would think a guy like that would be extra precautious. And I'm like, I mean, he verifies the watches himself. I mean, he's a great watch technician, as a matter of fact. He even, he's building a thing where people could send him watches to get serviced. So, but it's hard, man. It's hard trusting people on social media. Just in the 5 years, like Mr. V said, we've been around.
Here's another reason to follow Instagram, Curly Helgestrand.
Speaking of, he's been on the streams for a long time as well,
and he has one of my favorite classic cars that you almost never see anymore. He has a Volkswagen Carmen Ghia. that he takes a lot of pictures of. But it's just such a cool looking car. It's such a nostalgia piece. And he has a Mule Gaschuta watch that is very, very subtle, but really cool looking. That
he likes the German stuff. He likes the German stuff.
The German stuff.
Yeah,
cool. JD Mountier.
JD MTL.
Good to see you. He sent us a super sticker. $13.99. Thank you so much. It's a
showing love from Canada, JDMTL. He loves that red meat. What's up, brother?
He's a good dude. Yeah, he sent a jumping chair that says thank you.
All right. We're gonna test you, Lucha. What is the American version of the Karmann Ghia?
American version of the Karmann Ghia.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I know.
Remember the Corvair?
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
Oh, my God. I haven't thought about it forever.
Now, I don't think I might be wrong. I mean, the only reason I brought that up is because Mike the Snake had a Corvair that he put a V8 Chevy engine in, but I don't remember. I think the original Corvair, it was air-cooled, or no?
Okay.
I believe it was.
That was the Ralph Nader car, wasn't it?
Yeah. I mean,
Johnson EDC knew.
Yeah.
Corvair.
Yeah. It was a unique looking car, but I mean, I just remember I had I grew up when I grew up in the city, we used to live above a transmission shop, and I just remember the guy that owned the transmission shop used to drive a Corvair. It sounded like a Volkswagen to me.
Yeah, my watch channel, Chris says, a custom couch maker. They are responsible for rebodying a Mercedes SLK. Lucha knows it as the Chrysler Crossfire. I remember the Crossfire. Not easy to sell, but a fun, good-looking little car. I would imagine if you can find one of those in good condition used, it's a pretty good deal.
That's the first car I ever drove was a Volkswagen Bug in Sicily. That's my uncle let me drive his car. I think it was in 6th grade.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't like Volkswagens. I had a bad experience, very bad experience. I had a friend of mine that had a Volkswagen bus that we used to take to go pheasant hunting in Dixon, Illinois, hometown of Ronald Reagan. I think it was.
There you go.
He was either that or Lincoln. I don't remember. Dixon, Illinois. But look, the thing about it is air-cooled engines, you got to rely on the worst heating system for a vehicle. Try being in the back of a VW bus when it's like 10 degrees outside and there's no heat in the thing. I hated it.
First car I ever drove was an AMC Eagle wagon, and that was because I was 15 years old, and I was working at a little amusement park that used to be out here by the Pittsburgh airport. And all of the old, I worked in with the older kids because I was taller. And the older kids would go out and get all shit-faced drunk, and I would drive everyone home at 15 years old in my buddy Danny's wagon.
I can't even picture what a AMC Eagle looks like. What about you, Mr. V? What was your first experience behind the wheel?
My behind the wheel was my father's first car when he immigrated to the U.S., which was a Datsun B210.
Oh wow!
You remember that?
Yep.
Yeah,
and he had
four doors, right? Little
he
four
also
doors?
he also had a Ford Pinto. If you remember
that is the exploding gas tank.
exactly, the exploding gas tank, and so I remember those two vehicles like it was yesterday.
There is your
okay.
His was that color.
That's the minivans of back in our day, right? The big station wagons.
Pull up a Ford Pinto for the fun of it.
Oh yeah.
God. I remember it was like a bright yellow color.
The first vehicle I drove in America was a three-speed on a column, a Ford Comet.
Wow.
That my uncle had as a work car. I used to love that thing. Wow, look at that, man! Remember the old '60s station wagons? Those giant station wagons. Yeah. I mean, no seat belts. Put the kids in the back. There was no seat belts, no anything, man.
No, nothing.
Why is that thing sitting so high? Did that thing actually have 4-wheel drive?
Four-wheel drive. Yeah, those were 4-wheel drive back then.
Oh wow.
That looks nice though. Nostalgic.
Yeah.
There you go.
There
Just
you go,
like that.
George.
Oh my God.
That was it right there. That was.
I mean, but look at that thing. That thing's got style now, Mr. V. It came back. It's got style. I would want a Pinot. I think a Pinot.
I remember this like it was yesterday.
I wonder if America invented the hatchback.
Oh God, it was crazy.
I would think maybe.
Well, you had, what did you have? You had that, then what was the GM? Vegas, right?
The Datsun B210. They both kind of look the same.
Datsun had a lot of hatchbacks early.
Yep. It was a hatchback.
Yeah. But yeah, I remember those cars. Then they came out that they blew up on rear impact or whatever.
Yep.
I had a friend of mine growing up, when you were growing up during the gas crisis, because that was about the time that I was getting a license.
Yeah.
And you grew up there. He had a Chevy Chevette diesel.
Oh wow.
I mean, I literally could probably ride my bike faster than that thing could get to 20 miles an hour. Remember how much of a standstill, man, I remember on the news, it was night after night, day after day, was just lines, people in line to get gas.
Oh, yes.
Remember they used to judge you by your license plate, like an odd number license plate could go on a certain day. Can you imagine if that happened nowadays?
I was about 10 years old when all that was going on, back in 79, 80. Oh, yeah.
That was a manufactured crisis, right? They held back on OPEC decided to do that. That's kind of what they're talking about. I don't know if you want to entertain this conspiracy theory, but they're saying that the price of silver is so high because the 5 biggest silver refiners formed a group and are artificially holding back a silver manufacturer stockpiling. I don't know if that's true or not, because that would suck if all of a sudden they fired the refineries back up and flooded the market. So it's a lot easier to do with silver than it is with gold, for sure.
George, Liberty Spot says that Ralph Nader said your car was unsafe at any speed.
Yeah. That is so funny that you pulled up that Pinto. That's the exact. That brings back like memories, because that's the exact color too. It must have been
I pulled up yellow because you said yellow.
Yeah, that's it. I remember like a couple of our neighbors. We were living in an apartment just in a really bad neighborhood outside of LA, because my parents just immigrated, right? So, and a couple of my neighbors I remember had a green version of this, and it was interesting. It's just an interesting car. And then my father ends up getting a B210, which looks exactly like that. I mean, it's hatchback, and
I could see you cruising around in that and making it look cool, Mr. V. Come on.
And the funny thing, Curly's going back in time, in the 70s, there was a famous Ford dealership in LA called Cal Worthington.
Yeah.
Remember him? Cal Worthington and his dog Spot, and his Spot dog is like some lion or tiger, and he'd do these commercials and all these crazy stunts. It was hilarious, And my father had to buy it from Cal Worthington Ford.
This car on the screen, that's my first car.
What is that?
That is a 1980 Chevy Camaro.
The
305 V8.
The 80s were the worst for muscle car and sports car. Trans Am and Camaro were the only thing that kept it alive.
Yes, the Pontiac Trans Am. Oh, I remember that like it was yesterday.
Yeah, I bought that. My mother bought that car new. Her best friend bought a Firebird, so she wanted a sporty car. So she bought that car new. It was 4 or 5 years old when I started driving. It had like 18,000 miles on it. Like she drove it to the parking ride to the bus stop because she worked in the city. So,
that's a good. Hey, listen, that's a good first car, Lucha. You were styling. If that's your first car, I mean, come on.
The chicks loved it. So when I got it, I put the wheels on it. I put the air shocks on it, and tinkered with the end. Back then you played with the engines and stuff, and because they didn't have all the electronics and stuff on them. And what were those things we put on the back of it? I can't remember what the heck they were called. They were like these bars that we put on the back of it to make it.
You're talking about traction bars.
Traction bars, yes.
Yeah, the yellow Lakewood traction bars. Yeah.
Put a
Mr. Hot Rodder over here.
Yeah. Put an exhaust on it, like a thrush. I think it was a thrush muffler.
Yes.
Yeah, as long as you didn't have the cherry bomb glass packs, you were okay.
Yeah. The thrush was I always associated with Woody Woodpecker, right?
Yeah, because that was their logo. Yeah,
right.
Was it? I thought it was was it a woodpecker? I thought it was. Yes. I thought it was a what do you call it? Roadrunner? Yeah, maybe you're right.
Or woodpecker. I can't remember.
My first car that I paid for with my hard-earned money was a 72 Grand Prix J. I love that car, man. I love the bullet nose on that thing. My friend, I had a 69, and I didn't have enough money to get the 69 because that had the small block 400 in it.
Yeah,
and I ended up getting the royal blue.
Yeah, the thrush muffler.
Yeah. Always reminded me of Woody Woodpecker.
Yeah.
Cool logo.
Yeah.
And then the funny thing was my father graduated to a Ford Granada. Do you remember those?
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ. Hey, so your old man was like my old man. He's an immigrant that didn't give a flying shit about vehicles.
No.
It was just reliable. It's got to transport the family. A Ford Granada.
A bright red Ford Granada.
Wait a minute.
Red interior,
Don't tell me did you have a Chrysler K car too in your lineage?
Oh God, no. Pull that one up, Mark.
Yeah, we're gonna pull that up.
Ford Granada. That thing drove like a beast. I never, you never felt more safe than when you were in a Ford Granada.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what? My old man always liked big cars. The first car he ever had, because when we lived in the city, I remember when the buses used to run on overhead electric lines. When we were in the inner city, and he said, the biggest waste of money is vehicles. He goes, why would I want to pay for a vehicle when I could just pay, 50 cents and take somebody else's vehicle and be chauffeured around? I was like, well, fucking bus ain't exactly a fucking limousine, Dad, but whatever. He was never a car guy, but his first vehicle, he bought and he didn't even know what he had. People lusted after his car. He had a 69 Impala SS.
Oh, yeah.
Two-door, lime green. He had that car for 14 years. And then when he finally, the first new car ever, my mother and me had to buy it for him. He refused to buy new vehicles. Yeah. Then he went from that to always driving he loved the Mercury Grand Marquise.
Oh yeah. I remember my father test driving a Duster. Do you remember those?
Oh yeah.
And the Monte Carlo. Remember the Monte Carlo?
Remember
the Monte Carlos?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I had two of them, Mr. V. I had an 84 Monte Carlo SS, and then I had a 72. Mr. V, what they call it's not an old lady's car, because if you buy the Monte Carlo, you got to buy the Landau.
Yeah, I remember that.
With the half vinyl roof.
Yes.
What's up, JB?
Hey, JB.
What's up, JB?
But there it is. But my father went all in on the red interior.
Well, I mean, look at the two doors. You got to love it that they put an opera window in it, right?
Yep.
That was a little touch of class.
God, man.
Well, you know what, guys? I got to love you and leave you because I got a long ride for a fucking $7 hitch pin that I have to get.
Always good to hear you.
Amazon doesn't deliver it fast enough, man.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you were up early enough to pop over.
Hey, it was against my will, believe me. But I got neighbors that need their driveways plowed tonight.
Good neighbor.
See you, gentlemen.
Hey,
it was a pleasure, man.
Pleasure.
See you, Lucha. See you, V. See you, chat.
Take it. Yeah, that was the vehicle. God, I still remember the license plate number on it too, to this day. And I remember the license plate on the B210. Oh,
great.
God, you felt bad if you hit somebody. You felt bad for the guy you hit.
Yeah, that was a big solid piece of metal.
Oh, I think it was a V8, wasn't it? was a big old gas hauler.
So I remember I bought that Camaro off my mother because I drove it in high school, and I got my graduation money and put together a little bit extra cash, bought it off of her. And they bought my dad bought, because he worked for IBM. He traveled, fixed things, excuse me. So he always had to have like a wagon or an SUV or something. Right. He bought a Chevy Celebrity station wagon, big old station wagon. And if you parked them in our driveway and you lined up the rear bumpers on his wagon and my Camaro, that little point part of the Camaro was longer than his wagon.
Oh, wow.
His cars were big back then. Big.
Yeah, they were huge. Not obviously not fuel efficient or anything like that, but.
And even with that 305 V8, it wasn't exceptionally fast.
Yeah.
I mean, it was, but it was cool.
I miss those days of the, like you said, the Trans Am, the Camaro, the vintage Camaro, Firebird,
100%. Oh, George, I hate to do this to you.
Oh, no.
He's here.
Oh, LP pay.
The good news is you only got me for about 15 minutes.
Oh.
But
So when I turned on StreamYard,
he's the only guy who shows up that has his own intro.
Yeah, because I made it for myself.
There you go. Happy New Year, Brian. Happy New Year.
Yeah. So I'm getting ready, and I got a busy day and stuff, and I thought, well, I got my favorite hat on, but
there you go.
The fucker went and ran off.
He left before you could show it to him.
Yeah, and then I was thinking, I got to figure out what watch to wear today. It's going to be a warm, sweaty day here, a high of like 86.
Oh.
And tonight's low is like 72 or something.
Oh.
And I thought, well, listen, I don't like the Rams.
Oh man.
So
that just hurts my feelings.
Well, I don't like the Rams.
I don't have any feelings. Everyone knows.
So I said, what watch do I have that kind of supports the Seahawks and at the same time would piss off George? So
IWC.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh yeah, the Patronus. Yep.
Yeah. So I said, well, in honor of George, I'll wear this today.
JB says
LP pay.
But some drivers in Europe are so bad. I tell my wife, I wish I had a 70s Chevy. I would push them out of the way. I know you could. You could.
You know what I also miss, Mark, is back in the 80s were the old Audis and Mercedes.
Oh, yeah.
You remember those? Like the 300 SDs and the Audi, what was it? The 4,000, 5,000.
Audi 5,000. Yeah.
Remember that? Oh, yeah. Oh.
$10 super chat. Thank you, Curly. Unnecessary, but thank you. Says, thanks for the barbershop talk, gentlemen. Yellow Pinto is the equivalent of an IWC all hell the pipe.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Now I can't get that out of my head now. Oh, no. Oh, God.
Oh,
I had such good memories of that Ford Pinto, and now it's ruined.
Now it's gone. It's just gone.
God.
Oh, man. What's going on, Brian?
Just a busy day, and I'm finally waking up and getting going, and saw that you were streaming, and apparently since I didn't listen, I want everybody to know I had nothing to do with catfishing this sucker back onto the stream.
Oh, no, did it all by myself.
I had nothing. He self-catfished him.
I self-catfished. Well, people were reaching out and saying, hey, we miss you, blah, blah, blah.
Fake news.
Fake news. I would post something and people would be like, does this mean you're coming back? I'm like,
well, Brian, in honor of your purchase, I decided to buy a Yachtmaster myself, and I bought the Blue Dial that Chase had on his website about a week or so back.
Yeah. That's where I bought mine from.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yeah.
I have a vendor who does like upfitting and bedliners and remote starts and lifts and stuff. He was in, and he was telling me he's been waiting and waiting and waiting, trying to get a Bruce Wayne on Jubilee. So I'm hoping he want to. I showed him that Chase had 2 of them.
Mhm.
I'm like, dude, this is a good guy. Because he was talking about somebody I hadn't heard of, but they were like 47th Street at Jace. I was like, I don't know.
Oh.
Anything with 47 in it. Can't be
Yeah,
good.
I'm like, this is where I would go if you're looking for that, that watch. And
I'd rather have George's hands in my mouth with a drill and no Novocaine than go to 47th
Wow.
Street.
that's
and
quite
that would be a pleasure.
yeah. But I directed him right over to Chase's because let's see if he still has these things. He had 2 of them.
So it surprised
Yeah,
me
he
when
still got the 2.
the Yachtmaster 40 surprised me at how nice and elegant the case is, because it's basically that Daytona case
Exactly. Oyster case.
Yeah.
without all the bullshit of the Daytona.
Yep.
Now, what's the MSRP on this? Is it 19, 17, 18?
I think it's in the 17s, maybe. But this is not an easy watch to get.
Right.
So
Bruce Wayne on Jubilee.
Oh, this is unworn too.
Yeah.
And is it 2026? Wow.
2026, yeah.
Wow.
I thought they're still around 11 or 12.
No.
On Jubilee? I'm not sure. I haven't looked at one of these in a while.
Well, I'll tell you here in a minute.
All right. But you're also, when they ship it up to you and you're not paying the sales tax and there's and you can get it. You can get it.
I think Mr. G got one. He always gets these. I don't know how that guy gets all the.
Mr. G has one. I saw it last time I was at Philly.
He gets all the good stuff.
Yeah, he brought that in his green ombre dial.
Yep.
I'll tell you how he gets it. He's cute as the devil.
Yeah,
well, there's that. He is, yeah. Got that going for him.
Yeah, 11.8 on the Oyster.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Now.
Jubilee is 12,000.
12,000 on Jubilee.
I thought it was much more than that.
I thought it was more than that. Yeah. Curly says Fishbowl is not the same without you, Lucha. 2026, the year of unity. You have a good people here, Chow. Yeah. Well, that's what I was saying. I missed. There's 20 people.
Unity.
Yeah, I know. But there's like 20 people that I really missed, and I was like, well, I'm going to hang out with the people that I missed that I like.
There you go.
Even Brian.
Yeah, he didn't reach out to me. I'm looking through my WhatsApps, and let's see, there's nothing from.
I did not. Okay, so the only person I reached out to, and that was after I did the first show, and I think because he said, "Hey, I saw you're streaming again," was George. I asked if he wanted to make football picks this week.
Yeah.
Other than that,
no. Last thing was a picture of
Tom
you
Selleck.
with your Jeep Wagoneer and some green looking Rolex. That's it. No reach out, no nothing.
No nothing.
That's the old French fuck you. Yet I'm here.
No, on Instagram I sent you the Tom Selleck meme yesterday.
Yeah. But that doesn't say, hey, I'm back.
You need to have the Lucha bat signal go up.
I wanted, it's funny, George, that you say that because I did put that out. Hold on.
Oh,
I did. Let's see. There, I did put out the Lucha signal.
There you go. There you go.
I did put out the signal.
Nice.
Just in case people were curious. And of course, people were like, does this mean you're coming back? But be that as it may, I figured there's enough good people that I wanted to talk to that I kind of missed them. I got away for a little bit, so that was nice to just kind of refresh, have some Sundays to myself for a little bit. And then we'll start streaming again. What the hell? I don't care. Yeah. I don't care how many people watch.
You know what it is, and he didn't block me, so he's stupid. But what it is there was no early football games.
Yes.
Correct.
That's what it was.
No early football. No barbecue restaurants closed. I did go up there a couple times. That was good.
Yeah, we're Mark's football widow or football.
My estranged football brides.
Yeah.
So, Brian, you pick anything up here in the last 6 weeks, 7 weeks, whatever it's been?
No, I'm been pretty happy with what I got.
Nice.
Very
You've been
cool.
getting use out of your Nautilus, Brian? You've been wearing that?
I pulled it out to wear it. I wore it on December 30th while I was at work.
Okay.
It was cold. I had 2 layers of sleeves on and then a jacket.
Must have been 70 degrees.
Yeah, it got below 70. Yeah. Anytime it gets below my age, it's too cold. So yeah, 72. Go ahead. No, I've actually been, quietly, I've been sitting here thinking, I'm going to hold out on the Nautilus and the Meteorite Pepsi and see what happens at Watches and Wonders or whatever. And see if anything gets discontinued and maybe move one or both of those, because just not getting the play.
I have to say, having 2 main watches, I've been very happy. I mean, I wear the Aquaterra twice a week, and the rest of the time the sub, and I've been very happy with these 2, even though it's a very greenish heavy duo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's funny. The watch I've been wearing, the 2 watches I've been wearing mostly are the last 2 I got, and one of them's got Aqua in its name, and the other one is the Yachtmaster.
Yeah.
I knew I would like the look and feel of the Yachtmaster. I didn't know how much I really would.
Yeah.
As a daily.
I like
that. Nice watch. I like it.
Yeah, I really like those watches. I just think they look. There's something about the look of a Yachtmaster, and in pretty much any iteration, I'm a fan.
Yeah.
And they're underappreciated. I think. I don't think many people actively go out and say, Yachtmaster as their first watch, right?
Right.
No, and I got one. The one I got from Chase has got the new reference, so it's not the older movement. And I got it for, when you look at sales tax and everything, I got it for under retail.
Nice. Now, is that the Yachtmasters? Because I haven't played one in a long time. Is that an Easy Link or a Glide Lock?
Easy Link.
Easy Link.
Bi-directional bezel.
Yeah.
So you have to be careful.
Yeah. How's the bezel action on a Yachtmaster?
It's you're not diving with it and relying on your life.
Well, there you go.
There it is. Both
easy.
There it is.
Easy. Did you get the blue dial too, Brian? Or Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah.
I knew you got one. I just forgot for a second.
Yeah, the 1266 something blue dial 40.
Yep.
Whatever.
It's a great looking watch. It looks like they still haven't done much with the roads, but they got the cameras working again, George.
It looks like it. Jeez. Brian, aren't you glad you don't live in that shit?
Oh, you have no idea.
Me too. I know my place is cold, but it's not that cold yet.
I was chatting with some of my friends in North Carolina, and they were all going out to buy toilet paper and eggs and bread.
God.
And I'm like sitting here going, I'm pulling my shorts out of the closet because we were going to go out for the day and it was going to be 80. I was like, sorry.
God.
I stopped at the Market District on Friday after work, and the lines were so huge. I was like, screw this. I'm not doing this. So I stopped yesterday because I wanted to get stuff to make the Guinness stew. They have a huge produce section, and there is normally between just carrots, just fresh carrots or bagged carrot. I mean, there's a huge cooler full of carrots, empty. I had to get frozen carrots to make my stew.
So are you going to make just Guinness stew, or are you going to make shepherd's pie?
I'm gonna make Guinness stew.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I make a Guinness stew, and
I
then
remember-
I will serve it with mashed potatoes.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah.
I remember going to the Guinness factory tour when I was in
Oh,
Dublin.
nice.
Oh, that's worth it. And when you go to when you're finished, you get a shepherd's pie made with Guinness.
Oh.
And then you get a pint of Guinness to wash it down with. Oh, yeah.
Tremendous. Sounds
Tremendous.
amazing.
It is. It's worth the €50 admission ticket.
Yes. Sounds like it.
Yeah. Shall we get to the games? Because I got to get some breakfast.
Yeah, we
It's
can get
getting
to the
late for me.
games. All right, so let's go NFL scores.
And we want like scores. We want scores. Yes.
Yeah, I was running an ad. We want what? We want the points?
We want scores.
Yeah. Oh, you want scores. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so game 1, 3:00. The Patriots are at the Broncos. Now, no Bo Nix.
What's the point line on that?
It is New England -3.5.
Okay.
I'm taking New England. And how did he break his ankle on the last play, or was he dancing around out in the field after
I didn't
winning
see
and broke?
that.
He went. They called a quarterback run, and he ran to the left, and he made a weird hop step and came down on his ankle weird, like when you saw the slow mo of it. He stayed in the game for a couple plays, but yeah, I felt bad because he was having a good game. He's not my favorite young quarterback, but I thought they were playing well, and he had progressed through the season where he was getting a little better. And now you got Jared Stidham.
Who used to play for the Patriots.
Yeah, drafted by the Patriots. So I think it's 4th round. But they still have a heck of a defense.
Yeah.
But
And you have Sean Payton.
Yeah.
I'm taking the Patriots and the line.
Mm-hmm.
And the finals. Go ahead.
21-12
21-12.
Okay.
in honor of Rush.
In honor of Rush, my favorite Rush album.
There you
Yeah.
go.
And we're going to see them in June. So
There you go.
There you have it.
if you want to find me, I'll be in Los Angeles in June.
Okay.
Down.
Even
Fair
though
enough.
he hates the Rams.
I really don't like the Rams.
George, who you got?
21-17 Broncos.
Ooh.
I'm taking Sean Payton to figure out some plays first. And the defense of the Broncos is real good.
The defense is really good.
And Sean Payton, I think, is a better play caller.
May is a little careless with the football.
Yeah.
I am going to take. I'm actually going to take the Patriots in a low-scoring game. I don't think they cover. I think it's 17-14.
Okay. So 2 Patriots and 1 Bronco.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, then we got
Now for the
The
real
big-
Super Bowl.
a lot of people are saying that, George.
Yeah.
They're saying the true Super Bowl is this week at 6:30 p.m. The Rams at Seattle. Seattle -2.5.
Oh, last time I checked, it was Seattle -1.
Yeah,
Wow,
Oh,
that's basically the Rams are favored.
yeah.
So there's a lot of money on the Rams side.
Now the last game, Stafford had they lost the game, I think, but he had like 450 yards passing against
Crazy.
that defense, which is nuts.
So I'll go first on this one. Here's my logic. Okay.
Okay.
I'm not the biggest Rams fan because I'm a Niner fan, but
Right.
my son is. And here's what he told me, and I'll use his logic.
You'll use his. All right.
Two big differences. That last game, the Rams didn't have Devontae Adams, and they still lit him up.
Yeah.
The Seahawks had they have 2 running backs, and I think Charbonnet is out.
He's out. Yeah.
And no matter what you're reading, Darnold is not 100%.
Okay.
Even though he says he's 100%, but he strained his back or his lower abdomen or something. So I think the Rams are coming in pretty healthy and
Yeah, they
full.
are.
I'm going to take McVay because McVay has McDonald's number, and McDonald has Shanahan's number.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the Rams. It's going to be good. I think it's going to be high scoring. I think it's going to be 35-30 Rams.
Ooh. Damn.
Yeah.
All right, Brian, I'm assuming you're picking the Seahawks.
I'm picking the Seahawks. It is going to be high scoring. You know what? I'll just piss off George and go the opposite 35-30, but in my direction.
Way to get it. Way to be authentic there, Brian. Way to go. Way to go. Way to go.
Good job.
Lucha, you settle it.
All right, so I've looked at this
Here,
game.
George, wait, I could do it my way and do another record album and call it 5150.
50. Yeah. Van Halen, right?
But that doesn't cover the spread, so that doesn't work. So
5150, wasn't that Van Halen? Or,
yeah,
that was
yep.
Right. Yeah.
First album with Sammy Hagar.
Yep.
Actually, all right, I'll be a little better on it. Seattle 41, Rams 34.
So I've got this game a little different than both of you. Here's the thing. I like the Rams. I like that they're healthier. I think that they are going to win this game 38-24.
Oh, wow.
I've got the Rams winning big. I believe in Stafford this year.
Okay.
I think Devontae Adams being back. I just think Stafford is just he's done just enough in the prior two playoff games. I think he comes out with a big game this game.
So if this is so let's just say it's the Rams and the Patriots in the Super Bowl, which is also a rematch.
Yeah.
Either way, it's going to be a rematch of previous Super Bowls. It'll be either, if the Seahawks play the Patriots, it's a rematch. If the Seahawks play the Broncos, it's a rematch, right? Yeah. Unless if the Rams play the Broncos, then it's first. But okay, so let's just say it's the Rams against the Patriots. Let's call that one.
Rams against the Patriots. I like the Rams. I like the NFC. I like the two NFC teams better than I like the two AFC teams.
Yep.
Where's the Super Bowl this year?
Back in my home stadium, Santa Clara, Levi Stadium, where the 49ers should have been playing.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's such a shitty stadium.
That's where it is.
It is what it is.
Oh, by the way, did you hear the latest? There was an article reported that was chronicling all the injuries the 49ers have versus the typical NFL team and how much more it is. And
yes.
And they talked about the electromagnetic fields
from the
EMF
the substation.
That's around the practice facility. And they're actually, John Lynch gave a press conference and he said, we're going to investigate everything.
Yeah. I thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah. I thought that was an interesting statement.
Substation.
So in San Francisco years ago, they were measuring Barry Bonds' head growth. So now they can measure the 49ers testicles decreasing.
Good morning, Mo. How are you, sir?
Good morning.
Mo.
We love Mo.
Mo.
We need more. We need Mo.
So I guess I'm thinking it's Seattle. I got to go with Seattle over New England in the Super Bowl.
There you go. Like I said, I think the NFC winners has to be favored. I can't imagine.
Yeah, you would have to believe they're favored. I don't know. I just like the two NFC teams more than if Bo Nix was playing and the Denver got in, I might be a little more apt to think maybe there's more of a chance. I'm not sure. I mean, when you're a rookie or a second-year quarterback, if you get to the Super Bowl, it's a ton of pressure. So I was enjoying it. Thank you, sir. That beautiful. I've really come around on that land dweller too, especially seeing some of his pictures of it.
Well, it should be a good game. Hopefully, none of them is like a crazy blowout after the first quarter or something.
Unless it's your team. If your team's playing, you're out there watching. We hope your team wins in a blowout.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, everybody around me in this area are all Seahawks fans, and of
Yeah.
course, I'm the lone Rams fan.
Right. You're the lone California guy.
Exactly. So, anyways, I'm gonna go get some breakfast, Mark. So,
All right, George.
nice to talk with you. Great to see you again, Brian. Lucha, we got to make this please, come on. We got to make this a Sunday habit again.
Yeah, well, we're going to make it a Sunday habit again. So
Great.
I appreciate you coming on. I'll try and stay on a little later so you don't have to get up quite as early.
I appreciate that. I woke up this morning and my wife was like, "Why are you getting up so early?" And I go, Lucha. My wife is like, "What the hell is Lucha?"
What is that?
Oh, God. Anyways, you guys take care. Have a good rest of your day.
All right, George. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, Mark, I got to run too. I got a noon appointment here.
Cool. Well, thank you for coming on. Always good to see and talk to you.
And I can't get my freaking mouse to work correctly, so this is going to be interesting. But okay, bye. Happy Sunday. Bye.
All right, see you, Brian. Brian, how can Brian have mouse problems? He works at the mouse. He works for the mouse. His mouse should always be working. We're going to go another 16, 17 minutes here. We'll just make it even 3.5 hours. If anybody's out there wants to jump on, the link is pinned at the top. If anybody has something they want to say, the chat is always there. We've got quite the gaggle of people here. So all 9 or 10 of us, whatever's watching, that's cool. Let's see where we're at. I haven't checked the upvotes in a while. Hold on. Let's see if we got any upvotes. I don't even know. I don't think I've checked them all day. Checked the weather more than the upvotes. Got 17 upvotes. There you go. Last week we got like 30. So we had a bunch of downvotes because we were up to 40, and I think we backed it down to 35 or something with some of the downvoting. But George, geez, Pete. You basically co-hosted the show. You don't need the super chat, but thank you. It says, great to see you back, Lucha. Only one suggestion. Make it an IWC free zone. George says no IWCs. George says no to the IWC. And just hit the upvote. Appreciate that. Anything anybody want to go over that's going on in the watch, sports, wrestling, entertainment worlds? Whatever you guys want to talk about. We talked a little bit of politics here today. Try not to make it 2 left or 2 right, but we got a little bit in. So we're trying our best to be a multi-platform, if you will. We started the show with breakfast. This is actually from the other day because I've been getting up a little earlier to do the stream. Not as much time to make the breakfast. The Lucha likes to sleep in a little bit on his day off, but that was a bonnet, a Vietnamese breakfast with steak, eggs, onions, tomatoes, and cilantro. Delicious. Yeah, but it is what it is. We appreciate the upvotes. We got 19. Cool. We always like a good upvote and a good upvote count. Not sure what else you guys got going on today. We got football. I got snow. Let's check the snow cams. Let's see what's happening over here. Well, the cameras are working. I don't hit the thing on it because it takes it way back to when you hit the motion on it. But still a lot of snow out there. Still snow falling. I've heard the plow trucks going by. I hear one of my neighbors out there with the snow blower running right now. It's supposed to snow until, this is from the airport cam. These are all around the airport, which isn't too far away from us. It's supposed to snow through tomorrow afternoon. So we'll see how much we end up with. It started a little later. Like I said, I got up at 2 o'clock in the morning to go to the bathroom. And I checked outside. There was 0 snow. Originally, it was supposed to start late yesterday afternoon. Then it was the evening. Then it was 10. Then it was midnight. And I don't think it started till after 2. But I did wake up to about 4 inches. We probably got a couple inches since I've been doing the stream. So I got some shoveling to do. And some, I love living on the corner and stuff, but it does give me a lot of sidewalk that needs shoveled anytime there's a snowstorm. So you do not just the front of my house, I got to do it all the way up the side. It's one of the non-benefits of the corner is you got to get rid of that snow. You don't want the township, coming over and yelling at you. Who wants that? I hate that shit. Other than that, we'll take a quick gander over at All Watch News here. Let me get rid of some. I got a bunch of tabs, car tabs, thrush muffler tabs, all kinds of stuff open over here. Let's get rid of some of that stuff. See if there's anything going on at the All Watch News. I'm going to check this in a couple days. Geez, it's Denison. I hate those watches. We're never talking about Denison. Flyback Oris saves the Dolphins. Fears revisits. Oh, geez. What is this pocket watch stuff that's going on here lately? I see a lot of pocket watches. Doxa. I was on the JJ's Watch Hangout with Jackie O from Doxa. She was a great guest. I need to reach out to her about the sub 200 stainless bezel that I can't find anywhere. She said she could have one sent to a local and or Teddy's for me. So we'll see what happens there. We've got Zenith Defy Skyline Skeleton. No, I'm good with that. Tag Horror. I like these new Citizens. I probably never buy one, but I think they look good. This new Zenshin 60 Super Titanium. I think that's a good looking watch. If you like that integrated bracelet look and you don't want to spend thousands of dollars, that's a pretty good looking watch. I think there's a lot of gravitas with a watch like that. I like that kind of lighter blue. I like the more of a dune color. And it's a super titanium case. Yeah, I thought they did a nice job with this watch. Yeah, that lighter blue fume dial with a little bit of a texture on it. I mean, it's good looking. Sub dial 430. I don't have a big picture of the dune-ish colored one. There it is on the wrist. Hey, again, I sent you something on IG. George probably would have liked it. Let me go pull that up, make sure we're not doing any doxing. Oh, DJ Khaled. Robert. Let's see what he got. Beautiful. Damn. Wow. Look at the sparkle on that thing. Damn. That's a good looking piece. George just said, fuck me dead. That's a beautiful, sparkly watch. Absolutely. Absolutely. What a banger. That is an absolute banger of a watch. Damn. We got 4 minutes. 4 long minutes. Let's see what else we got here. I wasn't showing it. Oh, did I not share this tab? This is that new Citizen I was talking about. I don't know if I shared the tab or not. Damn. But I thought that was a good looking watch. What do these run? Titanium bracelet, integrated. Let's see, 499 euros. Yeah, that's a lot of watch. 40.5 millimeters, only 11.25 thick, 47.5 lug to lug, including the mid link. Titanium case. It's got a Duratec treatment on the case for hardening technology. Satin finish with polished accents. Yeah, it's good looking. I did a nice job with this. I like the blue one. Yeah, I like this blue one. Open case back, it's automatic. Yeah, it's good looking for under $1,000 for an integrated sports bracelet watch. George says, my watch channel, that is an absolute banger of a watch. Nice and sunny here this AM. Hope you're well. Looking forward to seeing you again. Absolutely. Good to see all of our friends. And we're going to be ending here in a couple minutes. We'll get it to 3.5 hour stream. And I'll ask you guys, what time do you think we should start these streams? I've been starting them a little bit earlier. That's up to you guys. If you guys you can reach out to me on the Instagrams, let me know what kind of time frame you prefer, and we can go from there. You know, it's fine. It's all fine. All right. We have, let's check the upvotes, 19 upvotes. Thank you guys. Appreciate that. I'm sure we'll be downvoted into oblivion, but that's okay. I want to thank the supporters of the channel. Again, this isn't, you guys are way too kind. We just like enough to make enough to cover the StreamYard. That's all. Cover the stuff. But we had the Franchise Club with a $20 super chat. We had JD MTL with a dancing thank you pair. We had Curly again with a $10 super chat. And then we had our panelists, our longtime panelists on today's show, George Varkey's, with a $20 super chat. Thank you guys. Appreciate that. I do appreciate your kindness. Same here, Frosty and Bright. Absolutely, George. Have a great day. Yeah, have a great day, George. Brian, thanks for coming on. Curly, thanks for coming on. Hope everybody that is snowbound gets dug out today. Hopefully it stops. I'm kind of hoping my neighbor, when I had the heart surgery, he kind of was doing a little bit of my walk for me back a few years ago. Wonder if he'll pick up and do that side, so I only have to do the front of the driveway. That would be huge. A lot less work because it's cold out. I don't mind shoveling snow, but it's freaking cold. It is absolutely freaking cold. But stay warm, stay healthy, stay safe. And we will see you all next week. Like you said, if there's people want to let me know on the Instagrams what kind of time they would like to see the show start, we can do that. I'd like to do maybe an evening stream here or there when I have time. It's hard to work. I work a lot, but I do have a day off during the week. So we'll see what happens. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We will see you again next time. Hit the notification so you know when there's a Lucia stream.